We are live,
We
ladies
are.
and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Welcome into Fantasy Football University. I'm Mr. Bill DeCrucis. I'm here with Mr. Tom Lang, coming to you live from a draft room in a high stakes league. How you doing, Mr. Lang?
I'm doing good. We are ready to get drafted. Really excited for this draft. We are super excited for this draft.
Yes, we are. I'm extremely excited. By the way, a couple of points of order. Just my whole background here. That is from one of my drafts from last year. That is not from this year. So we will not be able to necessarily show you guys the draft as we do it, but we're going to be calling off all the picks. We're going to be saying what happens in between. We're going to be, and you guys are going to be able to hear us in a real draft scenario about what we're going to do. Tommy, why don't you catch people up to what the format is, what the platform is, how we're what our pick is, etc.
Yeah, so we are on. It's a high stakes league. So basically, we're on this website called Apex MVP. It's our basically it's one of those areas where everybody gets together and drafts crazily. But yeah, it's a single quarterback league. So there's two running backs, three wide receivers, one singular flex, right? And then there is a tight end, defense, kicker, and then what is it? Eight bench spots, right?
We've got 10 starting spots and 8 bench spots.
Yeah, so it's going to be an 18-round draft. So we will obviously be covering everything from A to Z with that. So, and
Late shots galore in this thing.
yeah. So those of you that are in other drafts with us and that will be tagging along and watching this, you'll be finding out what our late round draft picks are to bolster our rosters and I assume your rosters moving forward. So
You know, I wanted to say something. I thought something about that, and I'm like, especially not just people who are playing with us, but I'm sure a lot of our listeners and people in our community know people in their league who do this kind of stuff.
yeah,
You can talk about your strategy all day long. You can talk about guys that you're interested in all day long. I would say about 60 to 70% of the time, the people who are in your league or your friends and stuff will be like, yeah, that's what they think. Don't care. They don't know what they're talking about. I've got my own strategy. It's just nice to know. I want to know, but I got my own strategy. We know a lot of people like that. I
yeah.
guarantee you a lot of people are like that too. A lot of people
Yeah,
know
and
people like
honestly,
that.
I mean, I said this a couple times the past couple weeks. Like the biggest thing is like when people want to play like that, that's fine. It makes us better. What makes us think even harder, and we're still gonna win.
For everybody just joining us now, the draft is going to start at 9 o'clock. We're just kind of sitting in the draft room. We're getting kind of ready. Just to reiterate for everybody, we'll do it. I guess we'll do it a couple times. It's full point PPR. It is starting 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end, 1 kicker, 1 defense, and 8 bench spots. So 10 starting positions, 8 bench spots, and we are in the pick,
Yep.
sixth pick of the draft. So we're very excited about this. We've Tommy and I have kind of done a whole lot of mock drafting. We've done a lot of prep work for this. We've done a lot of trial and error. We've kind of tried to put ourselves in bad positions. Hey, what happens if this happens? Which is stuff that you guys should do when
Yep.
you get in that thing. So this is gonna be
Yeah.
really interesting. This is gonna be really
Yeah.
interesting.
Everybody that's joining us here, if you guys can just like our page, subscribe to our channel. We again truly appreciate everybody that gives us the love every single week on all different platforms that we drop our content. TikTok has been blowing up. We appreciate everybody there, and we appreciate everybody here as well too.
Tons of appreciation all around.
Appreciation all around.
Yeah. So Tommy, for everybody who might be listening, so in a 18 round draft where you have 8 bench spots, what might be different from a lot of people's home leagues where they might be starting 9 with 5 bench spots? I mean, obviously it means the waiver wire is going to be a lot less let's
Yeah.
call it less
So
active during the season.
yeah, so that's why you do your homework before draft season, right? And try to call your shots before the season starts, and really do your homework during preseason, even before preseason. We're really looking at like where players are falling, on a different team when it comes down to being drafted there or signed. What they did the year prior to, what kind of situation they're in, moving forward. So there's a lot of different scenarios, and and like yeah, obviously towards the late end of the year, if like teams are really like focusing on those players that are going to be a vocal point going into next year. They're going to really focus on those young players and put them out there to, make some plays. So, there are some late round guys we'll be talking about in a couple, I won't say couple minutes because it's going to be some time. But yeah, you'll see some late round guys. We'll start talking a little bit more thoroughly. We have obviously talked a lot about these late round guys in our other shows in our podcast. So obviously those shows are there for you guys to go back and to review. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is call your shots early because I'll tell you something right now. When you're in a league with some savvy people, it's going to be a dogfight to get some of those players, and you want those players on your bench so you can maximize the opportunities, whether it's trades or to better your roster, so on and so forth. So, do your homework before. We've already done it for you. Watch our videos and work on that.
Yeah, we should
and
give
and just so you know, this draft is starting in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I know there's probably a slight delay with the video
yeah.
recording, so give or take 10, 15 seconds, but we will be starting shortly, and we will let you know when the draft starts. And as it goes, as Billy said, we will be giving you guys up to date information on who's being picked, where they're being picked, when it's our when we're up, and we'll have 75 seconds basically to place our pick. Um, so we're excited for this. We're really really excited for this one.
We are excited. We should give a call out to Apex. So there's a couple different, let's call it, providers for high stakes leagues, and there's different gradations of high stakes leagues. They came highly recommended from some colleagues of mine. We're going to give them. This is our first shot, giving them a shot. So give them a call out. We'll be doing this on. Now we'll be on lots of other platforms for a lot of our home leagues, but in terms
Yeah,
of our high stakes league, we're rocking with this one. This ought to be good. We're very very
yeah.
excited about this.
I'm in another high stake league in Sleeper. So they
Okay.
have a lot of cool different formats with that one. That one's actually a 14 team league. And then we're in a number of other leagues as well too, which we will take over and win again. But actually, just a little shout out to Mr. Rob Leo saying hi to us. Hello, Mr. Rob Leo.
Hello, hello, indeed.
Hello, hello. 2 minutes and 15 seconds until this draft starts. We are pick number 6. And we will again give you guys up to date information as we go. Um,
I'm super excited, man. We're
yeah,
ready to go. We've been prepping for this for a while. This is going to be good. This is going to be good.
yeah, and just a little breakdown. Like Billy is going to be, kind of like working the tier system and all that stuff. I'll be searching for players in basically the player field to draft. And I'll be picking our players as we discuss that stuff. I'm not just gonna be sitting here and picking like, hey, draft, 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 draft. We have our players that we're shooting for in the sixth pick. So you'll see as we go on.
And a friendly FYI to everybody. So our name on this particular on this particular is Fantasy Football University Pod. So we are as a community competing together here together. So we're excited to have you guys join us. We got about another minute and 15 seconds before the draft starts. I'm super excited, like I mentioned before, and I actually don't know what to make of a lot of our opponents and people in here. These are kind of strangers to us. They seem like an excited good bunch of guys. We're excited to get this rolling here. I know as yeah, and as we welcome Tommy back to the stream. Tommy, we should make like an opening little bet here on who they take number one overall. Who do you think? There's three wide receiver, full PPR. Who do you think looks like number one?
Has went down. It's all right. It'll,
That's
it'll
okay.
do.
That's okay.
Unfortunately, I apologize for that. I got a phone call on my phone, and I can't do not disturb them because if I do not disturb them, unfortunately, then I will not be able to record. So, but I think Jamar Chase is going to be the first pick overall. But again, who knows? I mean, it could be could
Quick,
be
let's get. It
could be a
could just
surprise,
be.
huh?
Quickly, we got about 10 seconds before the draft start. Want to give a shout out to Mr. Charles Geloso giving us a shout out on the draft chat over here. Mr. Charles Geloso, welcome in. And
Yep, yep.
the draft has now started.
Has it
So
begun? So let's get it.
we are underway.
So there is a minute and
It's
5 seconds
75
left,
seconds.
and Jamar
75.
Chase goes off the board.
Jamar Chase goes off the board. Yes, and
Bijan
by the way,
Robinson goes number 2.
we're gonna be making. I'm gonna have to mute my computer because those notifications are crazy.
Yep. So Bijan Robinson goes to number 2. Jamar Chase goes number 1. Number 3 is on the board right now, waiting for that pick. Um, obviously we don't draft
CeeDee
ADP.
Lamb off the board.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay.
Well, see, ADP is a big part of what we do. However, it's you use it as a tool to determine when you can get guys. But then there becomes a point in a draft, especially in an 18 round draft, where it counts a lot less.
Yep.
Jahmyr Gibbs is off the board.
Okay.
No surprises so far.
Now the Chi-Town is on the board right now at number 5. Let's see who
We are
he's
on
going to
deck.
pick.
We are on deck, ladies and gentlemen. We are
We are.
on deck.
So
And so we have a couple targets here
I
that
gotta
we've
be
talked
honest.
about.
I gotta be
We'll keep you
honest,
guys
man.
in suspense a little bit.
I gotta be honest. If somehow Saquon falls to 6, I think all bets are aside. We're going Saquon. Um,
Justin
over.
Jefferson.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so
Well,
let's quick
let's
discussion.
quick discussion because we've been talking for a couple weeks now about taking Christian McCaffrey at this pick right here.
That's right.
We did not anticipate Saquon to fall. I really do feel that this is a great value at 6 to take Saquon Barkley over Christian McCaffrey. It is a better offensive play. Again, they do have a tough schedule, but
Just remember, this is full PPR. I'll be
we
honest.
got 35 seconds, so we got to make a decision. We're talking Saquon. There's a full point PPR or
We
Christian
had been
McCaffrey.
preparing for Christian McCaffrey, but we were lucky to have Saquon fall. I think we're okay with Saquon. I
All
think
right, Saquon is our pick.
it is what it is.
That's that's amazing. I was not anticipating to grab Saquon at that position right there.
Neither was I.
Um,
Very, very, very interesting.
Malik Neighbors goes 7. Okay. Malik Neighbors goes 7. And so the best available players right now at for 8 team 8 right now is Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got Derrick Henry. You got Christian McCaffrey, Austin Genti. Bucky Irving is actually based on this ADP tier. It's showing that Bucky Irving is gonna fall into the first round. Very interesting. We are very low on Bucky Irving.
Can we go back to so the whole thing now that we have time to actually dissect the thing? So it kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop because I did not imagine that we were going to end up there as Nico Collins goes off the board. Um,
So Nico's Collins
my
goes to
concern
team 8. Yeah, team 8.
my concern is that Saquon had a like quadrillion quadrillion touches last year. Almost never do running backs ever come back in any strong capacity after doing something like that. Saquon's a freak, but the thing that's giving me um, good feelings about it is that Saquon is on the best team. He's a superior athlete. He
Yeah.
didn't look like he lost anything. And as Amon Ra goes off the board, so we had always been planning on the Christian McCaffrey pick. We were willing to take the risk. We were willing to go to bat for that one.
Yep.
But and now that Christian McCaffrey is off the board, but we are perfectly happy with Saquon Barkley. Same tier, guys. I mean, we're excited about it. So
Yeah, and just to answer Charles's question, we are on. It's called Apex MVP. So it's I believe it goes based off of Yahoo. Um,
I don't think so. I think
I
it's their
mean,
own
just the
thing,
way
to be
it looks,
honest.
it kind of bases off of Yahoo. I mean, Yahoo is I don't like Yahoo, but it doesn't matter if you're not playing, if you're not looking at the ADP and picking those guys right there. Some of them are great positions to play. As we get deep in this draft, it's gonna be pretty amazing to see some of these players
Sure.
be able to reach on them technically and not really a reach format.
Yeah. I'm putting a little bit of an asterisk next to um other Eagles running backs that we should take later on.
Yeah, so Christian McCaffrey goes at 10.
Our,
We got
our, our
we got
our opponent here has got about 10 seconds. They better make a pick.
yep.
So
So we got 11 and 12, and then it turns back around. All right, Austin Genti goes to team 11.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um, I think he could have fell a little bit. I do believe, there are some round one values that are going to be falling to the second round, as in Puka Nakua. Derrick Henry has been jumping on many people's boards early on in drafts. Um, there's
As
yeah,
Brian Thomas Jr. comes off the board. Interesting.
Brian Thomas Jr. goes to the 12, and now we got the turnaround at 1 for franchise
Tommy, why don't
7.
you catch everybody up on the entire first round? Because that's the whole first round right there.
Yeah, so first round finished, it finalized. Basically, Jamar Chase went to 1, team 1, team 2, Bijan Robinson, team 3, CD Lamb, team 4, you got Jameer Gibbs, team 5, Justin Jefferson, Fantasy Football University took Saquon Barkley at 6. Team 7, America's team took Malik Neighbors, which doesn't fall under under America's team's name. Should have took. They were probably hoping to take.
Can you just give people the players that they took? They're gonna get confused.
Team 8 took Nico Collins. 9 went to Amon Ra. 10 went to 10 was McCaffrey. 11 Genti, and then 12 was Brian Thomas. And we are back at who at no, the first pick in the second round. So
Puka
first pick,
Nakua.
yeah, Puka
Interesting.
Nakua goes.
So the person in the 12th spot, he's got double wide receivers, Puka and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, and remember, this is a 3 wide receiver league, three wide receiver set league. So that's a really nice start for that guy. Again,
So Drake London is now off the board.
I thought Drake London would have went over Brian Thomas. To be honest, I think that would have been a nicer start for Team 12 with London and Puka. But hey, we're not picking there. So we're team up. Josh, and the first quarterback goes off the board. Congratulations, you ruined the draft. Josh Allen goes to 2-3 to Santa Monica Bandits 2. Good job, brother. Now here comes Lamar Jackson, probably.
Be nice. He's got Christian McCaffrey and he's got Josh Allen.
Franchise 5 with pick 4 is on the clock. Yeah, quite interesting. Quite interesting how this started.
Extremely interesting.
Yeah. But all right, let me ask you, who do you think is going to go next? I mean, team 5. So
We've got our
he's
answer.
got Amon Ra. He took Lad McConkey.
Ladidi McConkey is now
Wow,
off the
brother.
board.
All right, so he's building up a wide receiver, room right there. But we have dropped slightly on Lad because of obviously the Keenan Allen signing.
Yeah, we have a comment by Mr. Geloso here as Billy throws his papers all over the place with the Allen take.
Yep. Well,
I mean, listen, they can take who they want.
Yeah, Charles and Charles, we probably were not taking a quarterback in the second.
We got some late round shots. We'll get to that.
Yep.
Let's see how things shape up here. Oh, we should get a temperature take on Puka. So obviously, Matt Stafford is going to play. He's gonna start. How confident are you that he doesn't get injured at some point throughout the season?
Who, Puka or Matt Stafford?
Matt Stafford.
I think they both get injured at some point in the season.
I know you're so anti Puka, but let's move that aside. Oh, by the way, as Derrick Henry is now off the board.
Yeah, Derrick Henry goes to team 5 with Nico Collins, so I think that's a nice stack right there. Chase Brown. Oh man.
Well, we're playing with guys that
right before us, so we're on the clock. Man, that's who we were taking there. We got 1 minute and 4 seconds. So we've done a couple mocks. I think that at this position right here, based on who we have, I think Jonathan Taylor is the pick for us, right? We were talking about this. I don't think we are looking to take any of these wide.
Well, we can't pull the trigger now on AJ Brown. We're doubling up on Philadelphia. That's not the right thing. We don't feel good about the other wide receivers. They're lower down on our list. I'm all for, Yeah, I mean, I really would have wanted Chase Brown there.
Yeah,
Really,
I mean
really would have wanted.
Chase Brown was our pick at this play, but
Yeah. Hey, you got.
we'll settle on Jonathan Taylor, unfortunately.
Um. Yeah, I think Jonathan Taylor's the pick there. We'll get our running backs. We'll move on there. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Just make sure you're not clicking the button. All right.
I'm not click. Yeah, well, I'm not clicking.
I hear some clicking going on over there.
Yeah, Mark in tears. I wanted to see
Philly Mike.
America's team here. So America's team opened with Malik Neighbors, and second round was with Chase Brown. So
Whoa, Parsons is officially a Baltimore Raven. Interesting. Is that actually true? Geloso, is that true? Can you comment on that and find out?
two firsts and two fourths just posted on X. Interesting. Can we get a verification?
Yeah, let's check this.
As
You check.
Devon A. Chan
Yeah,
goes off the board.
hey Billy, you check it out as I just keep an eye on the board.
No. I need to keep an eye for marking things off. Can you check it out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
as AJ Brown now comes off the board. We're really rocking and rolling in the second round here. By the way, the Devon Achan thing. So we're not sure if he's gonna. I mean, if he does play week one, or if he's officially not going to play week one. I mean, we were already talking about injury concerns for Devon Achan, so it is what it is. He was not at the tier in which we were drafting, so we moved right past him. We grabbed our Jonathan Taylor pick. Now, as Bucky Irving comes off, who we were low on, happy that he is now off the board.
Yeah, I don't see anything about Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Mr. Philly Mike OG, welcome to the party. We're not seeing anything about Micah Parsons. Are we missing something? Let us know. Please let us know. And by the way, welcome to the welcome to the draft.
Yeah, if you could please share, subscribe, and like our content.
No, I know it's a shameless thing, but we're growing our channel. We're making moves and stuff. And welcome in, by the way. All right, so now as Josh Jacobs is off the board, it's interesting how this is going so far. Very interesting.
Yeah. So the way that the second round has gone, Puka Nakua goes to team. Goes to the first pick. Drake London, Josh Allen, Lad McConkey, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown.
Kyron Williams is now off the board.
Yep, we took Jonathan Taylor. So we got the Barkley Taylor stack there. Devon Achan goes to 2-8, 2-9, AJ Brown 2-10, Bucky Irving 2-11, Josh Jacobs 2-12, Kyron Williams stacked with Jamar Chase.
Let me tell you. Can I tell you what's so nice about having Saquon Barkley and Jonathan Taylor is their O lines are going to be good.
There you go. This team at the 3-1 turn, Garrett Wilson goes off the clock, so we don't have to talk about Garrett Wilson anymore, and have to think about drafting him.
All right, very good. It definitely would have been a conversation.
It would have been a conversation, but it would have been an overturned conversation fairly quickly.
Davante Adams is now off the board. I'm glad we don't have to have that conversation.
It is what it is. We just already talked about Matthew Stafford getting hurt, so.
Yeah. Well, part of us joking around is Tommy, for whatever reason, was higher on Davante and lower on Puka. I don't know where he came up with that. However, no matter what our disagreements are, none of it is relevant if Matt Stafford is not playing quarterback in a healthy way. And now we get our first tight end off the board, Trey McBride.
Interesting.
In the third round over Brock Bowers. I don't think I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't think I have a problem with it either. I think that Trey McBride has proven himself for the past. He's been consecutive, and I think obviously Bowers is a great draft pick, but again, he's got Geno Smith throwing the ball. Geno Smith, no QB Smith. So
we have. You've been a notorious hater on Geno Smith. It is an improvement over what they had.
He's ruined both of our teams. How can you not be a hater on Geno Smith?
He
almost had the audacity to tarnish Eli Manning's career.
I don't think it was him. I think it was McAdoo, wasn't it?
No, McAdoo is a McApoo.
Oh. Dad jokes here on Fantasy Football University.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Charles, go. Who threw Bowers the ball last year? Well, it was Minshew and what's his name?
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah,
Aiden O'Connell.
yeah, they're better. They're better than
Right. Right. Gino is better than they are. I don't know why this endless hatred towards Gino. Mara's not off the board. A bit of a reach there, but I see it, man. Full PPR. Good for that guy.
Yeah, I
By the
think
way,
honestly, I honestly think that was an ADP draft pick right there. Alvin Kamara was right behind Brees Hall. Right now, ADP, if you're looking at ADP, full ADP, it's Brees Hall, James Cook, Lamar Jackson, JSN, Tyreek Hill.
according to this ADP. Yeah.
Yeah, according to this ADP. Um, Chi Town is on the clock. We are on deck. So we do need to start talking about
Yeah, so
our
can we have a
players here.
can we have a quick conversation? So my top two, a couple of candidate picks here. So if Brock Bowers is available, if they don't take him, I think it's an option here. I don't want
I
to.
I
I
agree. I agree for value at this purpose right here. If Brock Bowers is there, we have to take him because honestly,
I know, but it's
we
like we don't want to do this with onesies in a full PPR where we got to start three wide receivers. I'd be much
no,
happier
but
taking.
yeah.
And there goes JSN. Okay, to me, it's between two picks. It's Brock Bowers and Marvin Harrison. Um,
So
now,
I feel that we potentially could get Marvin Harrison on the way back.
according to
Um,
this ADP, I mean, then we're
Yeah,
playing the
according to this
ADP game.
ADP, and it just again, we're not going to poo-poo on ADP, but honestly, if you're looking at this and you're not doing your homework prior to, and you don't have these players stacked up on your own tier system, you're really doing yourself a disservice if you're going to play based off of you're gonna play based off of this. So honestly, I do think that Brock Bowers should be our pick here. I did not think he was going to fall here. After that, basically, then we're just going to
All right.
load
Okay.
up. So
Okay.
Brock Bowers is, it's a no
I'm
brainer.
okay with it. It's just gonna feel so bad if he gets hurt. It's gonna feel so bad.
I mean, if and we'll say this, if the law firm of Jacoby and
Well,
Myers
there's that too. Yes.
leaves, that leaves a lot of targets, a lot
I
more
know.
targets going. Amari and Hampton comes off the board at 3-7.
Well, would have been a
So
nice
that
target for us, but we're already loaded on
yeah,
backs here.
yeah. I mean, if we had a wide receiver to take in the second round that was value at that point, then yes, like Marin Hampton was our RB2. But unfortunately, Chase Brown had to go. We're super super high on Chase Brown, especially in a full point PPR and half point PPR standard.
I know that
Um,
we got sniped there right at the right before. It's
it's
okay.
fine
It
though.
happens.
It's fine though. I will say this: with Jonathan Taylor playing
Clo-
with.
close behind him. You're right.
Yeah, but the thing is with Jonathan, he's going to get a lot of dump offs. He
Yes.
is prone to get those dump offs. Same thing with Saquon. He's going to get those dump offs. He's going to get those screens. It's going to be a really that's. I think we have a really good start, especially with Brock Bowers as our tight end. You know, we were super super late tight end. Looking at when it came down to Ferguson down the line, like a player like that
And then
caliber
there goes
plugging
Marvin
in.
Harrison. Yep.
Yeah. But Morgan Harrison goes out the board at 3-8. It's okay. Honestly, Billy, you got to remember we have Marvin Harrison just a little ahead of three wide receivers that actually four wide receivers that are in the next tier.
I
Actually,
know that's fine. It's just
and honestly, those three, those two out of four wide receivers can technically finish as wide receiver one numbers, we believe, within the top 12. So I'm fine with basing our draft this way and then maximizing the opportunity. Because as we always explain, there is a great value at wide receiver down the list, and
yes,
there's
yes.
not a great value at running back down the list. Now, yes,
As James Cook is now off the board.
you could wait on some of these running backs and take some massive shots, just like how Chase Brown was last year. But it's a dime a dozen. It's not going to happen a lot.
Somebody said in our draft chat, wow, have not seen Bowers go that late in any draft. As Mike Evans is now off the board. Um is it's I mean it's interesting. I mean I just have to we have to comment on it because we are such proponents of don't go early on your onesie positions. Don't go early on your onesie positions. You could fill them in. It's just a one, like in terms of value, you're giving up so much value.
Yep.
Here's and also in a league where you've got to start three wide receivers. So this was so it felt like it was wrenching it out of me to actually be okay with it. considering the value and considering like what Tommy said, he's going to get every single Geno Smith target. Like I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not crazy about it, but I can't deny the value. Just, it is what it is. You know, um, and we're going to be filling in. We have a lot of wide receiver shots that we're excited about that we're going to be taking on probably in the next couple of rounds here. We're loaded. I mean, we probably have the best running back situation across in the league at the
Yeah.
moment.
I mean, I
Now
will
again,
say, I mean, there is a team that is going to give us a run for the money with the running back room. Let me just pull this back up real quick. You got Josh Jacobs and you got Chase Brown. I'm
I didn't
sorry,
mention by the way,
Josh Jake.
Lamar
Josh,
Jacobs is off the board. Lamar Jackson's off the board. By the
yeah,
way,
yeah, Bijan and Jax in you screw me up here. Josh Jacobs is the tag team right there for team 2. Um, that's
and
drafting. So I mean
Jaden
that.
Daniels is now off the board. Interesting.
Well, here comes the quarterback run. I guarantee you. Well, actually, if this team takes Joe Burrow at the 3-12 4-1 4-1 swing,
We'll find out. So, by the way, that's the end of the third round. So, I actually, just for the sake of our viewers, I'm just going to run through all 36 picks. So,
yep.
Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, Jameer Gibbs, Justin Jefferson. We grabbed Saquon Barkley, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian McCaffrey, Ashton Jonty, Brian Thomas Jr., Puka Nakua, Drake London, Josh Allen, Lad McConkey, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, right before us, annoyingly. But we grabbed Jonathan Taylor, happy as a consolation, Devon Achan, AJ Brown, Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Trey McBride, Alvin Kamara, JSN. We grabbed Brock Bowers at crazy value. Marion Hampton, Marvin Harrison Jr., James Cook, Mike Evans, Lamar Jackson, and Jaden Daniels as the last pick of the third round. So we're coming around
Yep.
now. Now Brees Hall is off the board.
Which is perfect because I don't want to have to take Brees Hall.
Excuse me.
Bless you. And our players that we're looking for in this round are still there. Do you want to talk a little bit about this wide receiver room that we're looking at?
Um, yeah, I'm.
I know
Let's.
Billy has a slight hesitation about getting sniped on these players. Let me just put it this way, Billy. These players are there, they're known. They're gonna and we're in a three wide receiver league. So if one or two of them fall, great. I don't think that people that are in this league are going to be sniping us and watching us as we're drafting. So
All right. Well,
that,
basically, the top two among. I mean, we've got a couple good names. Top three among which is DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, and Cortland Sutton.
T Higgins goes off the board at 4-2.
Interesting. Now, T. Higgins is interesting because we probably would have looked at him,
Yep.
but having him as your wide receiver one is petrifying. Maybe a bit
He's
more
gonna
consistency.
T Higgins is T Higgins is basically gonna miss anywhere from 3 to 4 games a year unless this contract is going to change that. Who knows? But it's
As
likely. It's just
as
his
as
consistency ratio.
as Tyreek Hill comes off the board, we're
To the
getting
Santa Monica
messages.
Bandits.
We're getting messages from one of our opponents in the draft thing. So he said, "Wow, have not seen Bowers go that late." And then he said, "Bet you didn't see two stud running backs and a top two tight end in your future 20 minutes ago." No, he did not.
No,
No,
we
he
did
did not.
not, but thank you guys.
Do you want to answer him?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer. We didn't, but thank you.
I wasn't, and again, a lot of this. First of all, a lot of this is like it could come back to bite us.
At
A
four
lot of this
four,
stuff.
Joe Burrow goes off. We
Joe
are
Burrow is
three.
now off the
We are
board.
3 picks away. So, all right, let's talk about this. All right, so we have a 3 wide receiver kind of target point right now.
I really hope it's. I hope it's Metcalf or more.
Yeah, so DJ Moore is our primary target, and so is DK Metcalf. It's kind of like a 50-50 split right now at both of those guys. I think we probably would lean DJ Moore first.
I would probably lean Metcalf as Terry McLaurin is now off the board.
All right, do we have a quarter? Because we're gonna have to flip a coin.
No, no, and as George Kittle is now off the board, so we have our pick here. Okay.
All right,
Um, it. Listen, in my opinion,
I
the pick.
let's go DK. We in our mocks we've been focusing on DK as kind of like our vocal point to start our wide receiver room. There are a ton of great opportunities that are going to flood into our lineup this year. Let's you
I,
good with DK? We're on the same page.
I'm thinking. I'm
Sit.
thinking. I'm thinking DK Metcalf. That's me.
Yeah, it's going to be hyper targeted. Let's go DK.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a blessing if DJ Moore can actually fall. You never know. I mean, there might be people that are actually a little nervous about the new system.
Sure.
Caleb Williams potentially not progressing in his career. But Chi-Town, basically, there's the next guy that's up right now at 4.8. He's probably going to pick DJ Moore here. It just would make sense with the name. He's probably going to change his name to DJ Moore after Chi-Town. I don't know, but yeah, I think we made the right pick right there. We know that DK is going to get hyper targeted. DK is a semi diva. He was not reading books on
I.
the.
I mean, let's just count some of the reasons here. First of all, say what you want about Rogers, but he absolutely supports a.
Oh wait, hold
Uh,
on. Sorry. Shout out to Gina Scotti. She's joined our league. She's actually one of our league mates in one of our other leagues. So she's trying to learn something here. Hi,
one of our
Gina.
one of our constituents. And Charles, I know Charles, you thought more
Wow.
there. To me,
Wow.
it's so close. By the way, it's Travion Henderson now
Yep.
comes off the board.
Travion Henderson comes off the board over James Conner, DJ Moore. Yeah, that's interesting.
Chuba,
I want to see this real quick. So so Chi-Town has three. Chi-Town has wow, two wide receivers, two running backs. He started with Justin Jefferson, then Devon
Cortland
Achan.
Cortland Sutton is now off the board.
Damn. Okay. Um, yeah, and the JSN who we're not high on. I think Travion Henderson is going to be a great value pick, but I just don't think it's now.
Not there. No, it's a
Yeah.
bit early. Now I get it. They get excited. You want the rookie and upside. By the way, I was just in the middle of just explaining the DK Metcalf thing to people. So say what you want about Aaron Rodgers, but he 100% supports a top 12 wide receiver. He did it last year. He did it basically with two wide receivers last year as well. So whatever version of him, and Metcalf is by far the best
And
pass
I
catcher there.
I
So
will I will be
plain
honest. I
safe.
mean, everybody, was poo-pooing on Aaron Rodgers all season. He did turn it up towards the end of the year.
Sure.
Had a great end of the year, and obviously he
Oh,
tore his Achilles.
as Ken Walker's now off the board, we don't have to deal with that net mess. Let's go.
We
Very,
wouldn't have
very
to deal with
happy
the
there.
mess anyway because we would just completely look over him.
I
Go back
know.
to Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
He obviously turned it up towards the end of the year. He was a top 10 quarterback finishing the year. Yeah, I think it was from the playoff weeks. So he finished really nicely. And he's on a new system. And the Steelers know how to win. They've been winning without a quarterback. Now they got a quarterback. They got a
That's
41-year-old quarterback, but he's still better than what they've had.
at the 411. Xavier Worthy's off the board. A bit of a reach. I'm a fan of Xavier Worthy this year, but that's a bit of a reach on him.
Okay,
Um,
so you wanna chit chat about our next pick because we are 7 picks away. I do think that we're going to be able to grab one of these guys based on how these other teams have been
if
drafting.
if DJ Moore if DJ Moore is on the board, I think that's the pick, and I don't think
Yeah,
you're
no,
touching.
that's an automatic. That's an
Calvin
automatic.
Ridley.
So,
Calvin Ridley is off the board, sir.
oh, okay. Well, I guess we're not talking about Calvin Ridley in the 6th round anymore. Um,
Why don't you tell people why that's a thing? Calvin Ridley's been one of your shots. Yeah.
yeah, so Calvin Ridley has been my like 6th round shot in every single mock draft.
As,
Then
as
DeAndre
DeAndre
Swift
Swift goes
goes.
off the board.
That's a reach too.
I agree.
That's a heavy reach. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you. Here's the thing, right? Nobody's ever going to mock you for drafting players who you want. We're going to mock you when you take a kicker in the 6th round.
Right. Or no, you could call your shot on a guy, but let's say before the
Or
eighth.
or Charles or Charles, if your name rhymes with guy and you take the Jets in the 2nd round.
By the way, Jameson Williams is off the board. He was one of our fifth round kind of shots, so he's
Yeah.
off. So there goes that. Got
Yeah,
a couple.
Jameson Williams would have been if DJ Moore wasn't there, he would have been our pick this round. Now it's
There's
kind of
some
getting a little.
interesting. Let me just tell you, we're stacked at running back here, but there's definitely some interesting running back names still on the board. James Conner still up there. Chuba. Um, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I really am. I
I am
got
too. I think obviously we're going to if if DJ Moore is there, we have to
Ted
take him.
McMillan. People want the upside. People want that upside. There goes
Yeah.
Ted.
I mean, there's just so much more upside with DJ Moore though, dude.
I I agree, but I'm saying I understand why people are taking some of these shots here. Um,
All right,
I
let's
I
get
do
on.
not know how Chuba's not off the board. I
Let's
don't.
get on the conversation about this next round because we are needing to bolster our wide receiver room. I'm a little nervous about what's there. Let's just talking ADP wise right now.
Rashee Rice
What
is now off the board. We don't have to make that
what
decision.
is Shy Towns on, and then we're on deck right now. So, but Billy, if you
Okay,
can if you can
if
go if you can go through our tier system right now and just kind of like explain, obviously DJ Moore is the highest, but then after that, we
we have
can't take Devonta Smith. We're not doubling with
right.
Devonta Smith and Saquon. Um, the
So
next pick after that is potentially George Pickens.
potentially, but I feel like we could wait, and also we have some other of these later round shots. But again, like we
Yeah.
probably should bolster our room there. Seriously, people really are kicking running back down the road here a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
super surprised.
it's very interesting on how this draft is going, to be honest. Seeing that DeAndre Swift go 5-1, Jalen Hurst goes, we got DJ Moore. This is
I
unbelievable.
I think it's easy. We got Metcalf and we got more. We pulled it off. All right, we'll take
Yeah,
it, man.
we did miss on Sutton and Williams,
That's
but
fine.
yeah.
That's what tier based rankings are. We got our guy. Let's move it on. There we go.
I'm gonna thank the league again.
No, don't be that way with
Okay,
them.
sorry, I won't be that way. I won't be that way.
Come on, because it's
George
gonna
Pick
come back. It's gonna come back to haunt us if we're acting like that.
George Pickens goes off the board at five
George,
seven. Charles goes, Moore is a steal there. Yes, thank
yes,
you.
we agree. More should be a fourth round guy. We agree with you. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I mean, wide receivers, we are looking at
So do we want to hold it?
Shmibo Damel, a guy
All
that
right. So
rhymes with
so
that.
so I just want to point out. So we got two stud wide receivers after we have two stud running backs, DJ Moore and DK Metcalf. We have some opportunity to go shoot for some upside now. Some big names on that list would be like the younger ascending guys. Ricky Pearsall's on that list. Abuka, Debo Samuel. We have some veterans on that list. Debo's got a huge opportunity now. Those are some definitely, and now Chuba is finally off the board. Man, what a value! What a value there in the fifth round for that guy.
Yeah, 5'8" Chuba for a guy that's probably going to finish in the top 14, most likely.
I know
He's always been a value. He's been
what a value.
Yeah. Before, obviously before Brian Robinson got traded, he was like Chuba Hubbard. Brian Robinson was like a poor man Chuba Hubbard.
We'll get to him.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
James Conner finally off the board. I was waiting for Chuba and James Conner to finally go off.
Yeah.
It took enough time. Took enough time. So
So
let's go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. So here's the thing here. I'm not I mean, we do like some of these running backs that are almost falling to us.
Yeah, we have some flexibility here.
Yeah, we are what? How many picks away? Devonta Smith goes. We are one, two,
We
three,
got
four.
about eight or so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Devontae Smith is now off the board. So
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 so we
can I
yeah,
throw some names at you? All right.
sure.
All right, so we've got the late round shots who we could name in the and by the way, when we're going to be picking, it's going to be the sixth round. So let me give you some names of the guys that we've been targeting in the sixth round. Okay, Tony Pollard among them. However, we're already stacked at running back. Maybe we still need to pull off. Can I give you the wild card name that we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle. Now we were off of him for most of the off season. I've been rising a bit, especially with the Achane injury. And I rose a bit after the Jonnu Smith trade. I'm feeling better about it. He looked good in camp. I mean, at some point, it's going to be like he's not over the hill or anything. He just had a bad 2 years.
I
So
just got I got a question for you though. Do we take that pick now, or we could wait a little bit based on how he's set here? He's technically ranked as the 103. We can wait another round or two potentially and reach on him there.
potentially,
Um,
there goes R.J. Harvey is now off the board. In my
yeah,
opinion,
and
paper
but a lot
leagues.
of these players that are coming off the board right now are within
That's
this the tier of what you're seeing that's actually there. So
sure.
unless you're scrolling down trying to find it, right now you have player rank 42 that's on the board up to 68 that's actually in our field right here.
Sure.
So, I mean, you're talking about another 40 spots. I just don't know if it makes
So,
sense.
give me some names in the sixth round.
JD, I think that's John. Yeah. Let's go, boys. Thanks
JD,
for the
thank you,
shout
sir.
out. Yeah,
Thank you,
John,
sir.
if you could subscribe to our channel, that I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome into the draft. So
Welcome
Tommy,
in.
give me some 6 round shots that you're thinking of here.
So, all
We got
right.
a long way to go, by the way. We got a long
Yeah, I
way to
know.
go. We're
I
doing good
know.
so far. We got a long way to go.
No, I know. So I personally there you go. I was about to talk about Aaron Jones. Um, Aaron Jones just
I
goes to
agree.
team.
That's right about where he should go.
Yeah, Aaron Jones goes 5-12. That's a good pick right there. We are a little bit higher late round on Mason. Hopefully the next person that picks or doesn't double stack on Mason and Jones. But if he does, then that's more.
That's a late round
More
shot for us. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a late round shot for us. I'm not as the draft season was processing, and we obviously were in the off season. We're talking a lot about J.K. Dobbins. We're very very high on the start of J.K. Dobbins. I don't think it's a value pick for us to take somebody like him now because we don't need him to start. Especially, I really think we're looking at the wide receiver room now. Do we take a risky play on Jawan Jennings?
Um,
I
not
I
not
I'm
not
just
in the sixth, not in the 6th round.
I know, and see, like, we like he's a player that we will just won't
Judge
see.
Judy is now off the
Yeah,
board.
that was the highest ADP right there. I think honestly, personally, if we're gonna pick somebody, I like the late round shot in the 6th round shot, basically Travis Etienne. He Isaiah Pacheco. We've been talking a lot about. I personally would value Isaiah Pacheco over ETN, knowing that.
Would you value Pacheco over Pollard? We've been saying Pollard. Um,
Well, let's say this, right? What team? Who's on a better team, Isaiah Pacheco or Pollard? Isaiah
obviously,
Pacheco. Yeah.
obviously, Isaiah Pacheco.
Um.
I see them pretty good, pretty equal at the moment.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
the thing
personally,
is with Pollard, like he's got the whole backfield to himself for the first couple weeks. Like,
I all right. So let's talk about what we actually need right now, though. We need our final wide receiver position. I think that's our
by the way,
value.
I agree with you. But by the way, I just want to give another shout out to Charles, making me laugh. Getting more there makes the Bowers pick look even more sexy.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. And now Tony Pollard is off the board.
All right.
Tony
Then we're not
Pollard.
talking about Tony Pollard anymore. I think there's one player that we're really talking about now.
Well, talk to me. What shots are you trying to take here?
I think we're taking Debo Samuel if he's available. It is technically
It's
it's a round higher ADP taking him here, but you know it's going to take some time for Terry McLaurin to get going.
Pacheco's
Isaiah
off the
Pacheco's
board.
off the board. You know it's going to take some time for Isaiah for McLaurin to get going. He has not practiced full pads. He has 10 days technically to. I mean, I'm sorry. He has
I agree with that, but can't we wait on that?
no. We can't. We cannot.
Complete other note. Just on the running back side, let me just we got David Montgomery still available. I don't think that's on our shot here. Just thought I'd mention it.
What
Um,
let me ask you, what is our if we're let's look at our tiers. Let's
yes,
look at our
I'm
wide
looking
receiver
at it. That's
tiers.
exactly what I'm looking at.
Just wide receiver tiers. What Debo is more out of shape than Charles. That's pretty funny. He's actually not
Olave,
anymore though.
Olave's
Um,
off the board.
he's not anymore. But we got two more picks till our pick. We got to really talk about this. Who is our highest tier player that's still available.
Well, we remember we had a disagreement about this because we weren't sure where to put Waddle, and we kind of settled right about there. So Waddle's an option, and this is where we had some of those upside shots, guys like Abuka, Samuel, Pearsall. That like we had them
Yeah,
in. David Montgomery is now off the board.
yeah. So now the running backs are going. We're not going to follow the train.
Yeah, we're not taking a running back. We really should be going wide receiver here. Okay, just if you're hearing what I'm saying, it's going to be. I think the pick should be Waddle. Personally, I think it should. Seriously, at some point he's got to go. I think the
Let's say
upside
this.
is too big.
Let's say this. All right. I know this is. We're not gonna be able to get
By the
Debo.
way, a little comment to Charles here. So Charles, in this league, we have to start 3 wide receivers. There's one
Yes.
flex and 3 wide receivers. So we
And
do
we're
have
not
to
trying
rock
and we're not trying to fill our roster. We're trying to take the
right,
best available players.
best available. So
Best available players that are based on our tier systems right now. Real quick, let's talk about our because America's team's still on the clock. What is our running back tiers looking like right now?
we're down. Like we're far down. Like our running
Travis
backs are
Hunter
just
goes off the board.
Travis Hunter is now off the board. Okay. So now we got to be real. We have to take a wide receiver here. Um in my opinion, this is pretty simple. We take Jalen Waddle. And if Debo is available, I mean, we could. This is the sixth
Listen,
round.
all right, so we're going Jalen Waddle, and then the next round we're gonna have to go either Debo or Abuka.
Or Abuka, or Debo, Abuka, or Pearsall in the next
All right,
round.
I will agree. All right, we'll
It's too,
take
it's the upside is too
all
big,
right.
Tommy.
We'll take the pick of Waddle, who looked like a linebacker. Who actually that meme was actually not Waddle. That was a linebacker wearing Waddle's jersey.
I'm
um,
happy, Tommy. I'm really happy with that. I really am.
Congratulations, you're happy. I'm like a little. I'm biting my tongue on this one right now.
The
So
upside is too
I
gigantic.
really, you know, what, we should do a water ice bath challenge for Waddle. If he does not surpass 800 yards receiving, you do a 10-minute 32-degree ice bath.
We already have all these other ice baths. If what's the mark? You say 800 yards. You said
800.
I'll take that. I'm not going to do a 10 minute, but it'll be a normal thing. As Zay Flowers
Three
is now
three
off the
minute
board.
3 minute.
So we hadn't really considered Flowers. I mean, we halfway had him there, but the upside to me is a little bit capped. And like for anybody listening, like it's just like
Tyrone
we're
Tracy
going
goes to Step Brothers at 6'9". Good pick.
we're going for upside. So I mean, I don't have that much faith that Tyreek can just continue his complete dominance over everything with the Devon Achan injury on top of Johnu going. I see an option for Waddle to get better. I just do.
My only hesitation with Waddle, as you know, Billy, is it is Tua, right?
I
It's
agree. I
can
agree with
Tua
that.
stay on the field because the problem is when Tua is not there, that whole system is dead. The
But
whole
listen,
system is done.
this is tier based. Tier based. We're going to be taking lots of shots at wide receiver here.
Emeka Ibuka goes 6'10". That was our
reach,
big pick
man.
right there. That
It's a
was a reach. But I told you, I mean, here's the thing. Like I said a couple minutes ago, you take the players you want, right? You take the players that you want on your roster. If you don't, there's some picks again. If you take a kicker in the 6th round, we'll laugh at you. But if you take Emeka Ibuka in the 6th round, it's slightly a reach.
He's calling his shot. We would have grabbed him in the
Yeah.
7th. So I mean, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
And there goes Pearsall.
Pretty Ricky. Sorry, John. So those two players right there, those were our two middle of the pack shots that we're trying to shoot for. It's fine. The thing is, when people take those
They went
players,
so early though. Yeah.
there's players left on the board that obviously are great values as well too. So we're not really too worried.
Wow, we
We'll
got
talk about
plenty of shots coming up
we'll
here.
talk about our roster right now. So we got Saquon in the 1st, we got Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd, we got Brock Bowers in the 3rd, DK Metcalf to start our wide receiver room, DJ Moore as a wide receiver 2, and Jalen Waddle as a wide receiver 3. Now we're searching for our flex, or obviously our to bolster our opportunity. If we feel it's time for a player of our choice, because people are going off the board, we may have to take that player of our choice. But I don't know if Billy's ready to take a 1Z position again.
Let's see how things shape. Let's. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. Caleb
Yeah,
Johnson is
Caleb
now off the
Johnson goes
board.
6'12".
I have
We
been
are
notoriously anti Caleb Johnson this offseason.
well.
Um,
Let me ask this, John. John, you're in the chat. What do you think about Caleb Johnson? Is it Johnson or is it Warren? We'll
it's
wait a few seconds for him to make his comment.
it's Johnson.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean,
But put it
honestly,
this way:
I
the
think I
hype around it is just too much because people are imbuing like, oh my god, a rookie running back. He was drafted whatever day he was. He's taking over. He's taking. No, he's not. Warren was super talented. Warren's already there. Warren's established and everything. It's just too much for people to think. Stephon Diggs is now off the board. I think that's early for him. He was one of our late round shots. I think that's early.
John. This is why you don't have to do your research anymore. You're just gonna watch this.
Okay, so Baker Mayfield is now off the board.
I got to be honest. Baker going in the 7th is a great value for where the quarterbacks were going.
That's true. That's true, but I want to point out. So this is a 4-point passing touchdown league, which means that it inflates running quarterbacks to a degree. So
Yeah.
I'm not that remiss by that. There's plenty of other options coming up that we could take that are still available too. We'll see if people drop or whatever. But I like what we're doing.
Roma
What we're doing
Duze
great.
goes to 7-3, 7-4 is on the clock, 7-5's on deck. And they will,
We would not have taken Roma Dunze because we have DJ Moore anyway. So
yeah. There is, I mean, Kyler is, do you want to take Kyler in the 7th round? He has,
we have an interesting comment here from a new joiner. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Fantasy Football University. Hen Yato, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. You got a trade offer. Send Pickens from my team to upgrade to DK. What do you think?
I think it's Henny Auto, by the way.
Henny Auto.
Henny Auto.
You want to send Pickens from your team to upgrade to DK? Yes, but
Yeah.
that can't be the only piece there. So I like we would have to know what else is involved. Yeah, let us know.
Well, is it a trade offer that they are offering you, or are you offering them? If they're offering you DK to send Pickens,
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah,
yeah, then I would take that.
Then yes, but there's got to be another piece in there clearly. So let us know what it is. By the way, this person
and honestly, so
person
1 for 1, they're offering me. Yeah,
made an auto pick, and there goes Kyler.
Yeah, Billy. He goes the 1 for 1. They're offering me. Yeah, I would click accept.
Take it. 2 seconds.
Take it. Don't let them. Don't let the second. Second
Do
guess
it. Do it like right now, like as we're talking. Yeah.
Do it now. Come on, what are you waiting for?
It's not even just our opinion. It's just like a different tier difference. Like wide receiver 1 on a thing. Yeah. Now Jalen Warren's off the board.
Yeah, Jalen Warren. We are on the clock. We have a minute left.
Okay.
Do we take my shot? Can we take my shot?
If you want to take Debo here, I have no problem with it.
The other thing is, I mean, we could. Yeah, I think based on what we've lost with Ibuka and also Pearsall, I think we need to we need to solidify this. So let's do it.
I have no problem taking him here if this is where you want to take him. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, now let's make a bet. Who does better this year, Debo or Jalen Waddle?
I don't know. I mean,
Debo.
Hopefully they both do.
You're gonna find Debo in the backfield. He's gonna get 1,000 touches, and it doesn't matter if he looks like a bowling ball. Guess what? He's gonna bowling ball his way into the end zone.
Listen, I thought he looked good in the preseason. We were worried about that. By the way, Henny Auto saying I'm gonna do that. Thank you guys.
Do that. If you could like and subscribe, that would be wonderful.
That could be your thank you. Yeah, and we're trying to grow our channel and stuff. If you want to, we have a lot of good stuff and a lot of good content. So,
Henny, if you have any other questions or anything like that, just drop a comment. We're here to help.
All right. So after our Debo Samuel pick, Patrick Mahomes is now off the board. Jacoby
Then
Myers is now off
Jacoby
the
and
board.
Myers, the law firm, is off the board. He may not be on the Raiders anymore.
He may not be on the Raiders. He's going to get traded to a team just to mess up whatever we believe about whatever player. By the way, the Amari Cooper trade to the Raiders. Do we care?
Not trade. It was signing. Yeah, maybe a
Yeah,
little
the
bit.
signing. Yeah.
I honestly think that that's why, like, it was happening behind behind the curtain that they were getting him, and I think it's I think it's a nice thing for that offense. I think Cooper is not the same player he was a couple years ago. But I think it's a nice fit for what they were looking for. So
Laporta is now off the board.
Sam Laporta goes at 7'9".
You're gonna get some tight ends going here. People are
Yeah,
gonna get
T.J.
excited.
Hawkinson is
Yep, there
off the
goes.
board, which is fine. J.K. Dobbins is falling hard. Um, yeah, so we as a team here have been in the ninth round looking for a quarterback that is our pretty much we believe is going to finish in the top three. We believe based on maybe top five. I believe he's going to be in the top three. Billy is a little conservative with it, but we have an
well,
agreement with value in
Well, I
in
have to
certain
tell you,
respect.
I have in terms of the value, I have one guy ranked above him who's still available, who has already dropped. I don't know if I want like if we want to pull that trigger in the eighth round
Is
for
his
bonus.
name does his name rhyme with no Bix?
Yeah, Bonex. I don't know if we want to pull. By the way, is Jordan Addison is now off the board. Interesting. He's going to do nothing for that guy's team for 3 straight weeks.
Well,
Um,
I mean, he's probably that guy probably has four. He's got one. That's a problem. Yep, that's Jordan Addison is his third wide receiver. Good luck, brother.
well, I'm sure he'll take some shots.
Yeah.
We got another question from Henny Auto. I do have one more question in my other 350 buy-in league. Big buy-in. Let's go. I
Bring it on.
traded Judge Judy and Devontae Smith for Pickens and Keon Coleman. Um, well, Keon Coleman's got a lot of upside, but there's no guarantee that he just becomes the leader for the Bills. Judge Judy's going to have a lot of value the first part of the year with Flacco.
Yeah,
Um,
and honestly, with Pickett being traded, I think that adds more value to Flacco playing a lot more throughout the season. To be honest,
I like that. I like that you got Javonte Williams is now off the board. I like that you got Pickens because we feel good about Pickens, not more than Metcalf, but we feel good about Pickens. However, I think you might have given up too much for
yeah,
that one.
I
Yeah,
think you may have given up a little bit too much
just a
on
bit.
that one. Again, the season hasn't started, so it could pay out, and you also can potentially make a move if needed with Coleman if somebody's high on Coleman, push him
Sure.
somewhere else.
Yep.
And
As Chris Godwin is now off the board, by the way.
Chris Godwin, who probably is not going to play till week 6 or 7. But again,
Although
as
they notoriously did not put him on the pup, so they're thinking that maybe he could come back earlier than that. I think that's amazing, but
I think it's amazing, but I don't think it's going to be. Even if he does come back, he's going to be a decoy.
Henny Auto, I could give you good advice here. So Khalil Shakir is coming off the high ankle sprain, which is going to complicate things when he's officially fully healthy. If Keon Coleman has a really great week one, maybe try to capitalize on that and get some value off of that type of thing because we're kind of thinking the Bills are going to kind of spread it around. Maybe there will be an alpha.
Yeah.
I mean, but just given the information that you said on that trade, I think you kind of lost it a little bit, just a little bit. But not crazy. You still got Pickens out of it. All right. As we move on, so Chris Godwin was actually the first pick of the eighth round.
Yep. So we're right now. It's 8-2. There are 5 picks in front of us. And we shall see what happens. Any appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate your
Yeah. Hey man, if
your
you got more questions,
loyalty.
ask us.
Ask any more
Josh.
questions. Share it with your fantasy football community.
Yes, thank you. But if you got any more questions, now Khalil Shakir is now officially
Yeah.
off the board.
I will say this though too, because it's funny, Henny. Just so you know, there actually are three people that have jumped into this chat and jumped into this video watching who we're picking, and it's
ETN is now off the board.
and obviously they're hearing our conversations, who we're high on. We're not afraid basically to drop our information out there. We've been doing our homework all off season. I'd rather help the league to make the league better, right? So let's share it with everybody. Again, we're in a growing community, and again, we appreciate everybody that has been tuning in, and we'll continue to grow.
Absolutely.
Travis Etienne goes to 8-4, as Billy said. 8-5 is on the clock. Franchise 10, and then America's team is 8-6,
Right.
and then FFU is
Yeah, so then we should lock in now. Let's talk about shots. Okay. Bo Nix is definitely in consideration here, Tommy. Um, we'll be deviating from our late round Dak Prescott and stuff.
okay.
Bo Nix,
Well, before we talk about quarterback, let's go over what our rankings show.
Mr. Charles says, is ETN still available? No, he just went. Tyler Warren is now off the
Yeah,
board.
ETN went 8-4. Tylen Warren went 8-5, and we are on deck. Billy, go over our running back.
Austin Eckler, we got sniped. That would have been a late round. This is a
All
bit
right,
of a
we
reach,
are on the
but
clock. We are on the clock, so we got to start
all
talking
right.
here. So,
Okay.
what's our running back looking like right now, tier wise?
Well, we're in the call your shots type of tier here. So I got.
Well, can we talk about Charbonnet a little bit right now, or do you want to take a shot on Joe Mixon late round?
I don't. I really don't. I think we should completely
Hey.
stay away from that.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
I have.
we gotta make a move. We got
All right.
39
My
seconds.
move is either Golden for wide receiver or Bo Nix if we're gonna go quarterback. Those are my what I'm looking at. It's Golden's gonna be a good shot. Because running backs who we're looking at, we could wait on. We could take them. We could take them a little after this. Otherwise, we could go the Bo Nix route, or we could wait until quarterback and get Golden. The guys that we like at running back, we could wait. We got 10 seconds. I would take the Golden pick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
We took
there should be
so
no issues there. That's an upside pick. One of our targets late
yeah.
round.
So Billy has now forced two picks on me. I'm
No,
not
I
too.
haven't.
I'm a little nervous about the going with Golden kind of chatter right here. Yeah, but it's fine. We have been talking all off season about the Packers not having a wide receiver one until they drafted Matthew Golden. They were looking for a wide receiver one in the offseason, as Josh Jacobs announced, declaring that anybody in that wide receiver room, whether injured or not, is not a wide receiver one there. And then Matthew Golden was drafted. So,
So I just want to point out that my feel, and now it's David Njoku, good value for that guy there. As Matt Golden goes off the board, my feelings about, as Michael Pittman now is off the board, my feelings about Golden, basically, I still believe in Jaden Reed, but Jaden Reed's been injured. I mean, he'll be lucky if he's ready for week one. On top of the fact they're thinking about trading Dobbs. Wicks can't catch anything. Watson, of course, is starting the season injured. He's on the IR or whatever it is, the something list.
okay.
Um,
So I need to say this. If we go into next round and Joe Mixon's available, I need to press you on taking Joe Mixon here in the 8th round.
Take my
There's no
Chardonnay.
sorry, the 9th round. There is no reason. There is no reason with a player that most likely will be back fresh, splitting carries with Nick Chubb. In
JCM is now off the
the
board because
6th round, we don't need him to start at all until week 9. We could rest him. We can make sure his legs are fresh and rested until week 9 when Barkley is on his bye.
but Tommy, I have no faith that he's going to be okay. I don't. And
So you
he
think that he's
we
basically
were
going to
low on
pull
we
a
were low
Christian
on him to
McCaffrey?
begin with. What?
You think he's going to pull a Christian McCaffrey from last year?
I think it's not going to be good, even if he does come back. I don't have any faith. It just is bad. It sounds bad. I mean, think of it. Only have two backs, so we need a
Yeah.
guy that we need a bit more reliability here. I think. I mean, I like where your head's at, but first of all, I feel like we probably could. And we're not going to. I don't want to take that. I really don't want to take that. Evan Ingram is now off the board.
All right. Well, Jordan Mason's available.
Yes, Jordan Mason. I'm all for. Yes. And it's probably that'll be a ninth round pick. That's good value at that point. So we should point out, by the way, of if I've been marking everything properly, one, two,
J.K.
three.
Dobbins available. I mean, I know I talked,
Sure.
some heavy game on him earlier and didn't really like him, but I mean, him being this deep right now, I mean, that's value,
We got a
early
question. We got
value.
a question from Henny Auto. Henny, just glancing through this, Tommy and I are going to disagree on this answer. So, are y'all high on Puka? Seeing him fall, everyone thinks Devontae Adams is bad for Puka, but he's played with a
At
target
nine
heavy
one,
cup.
sorry, just to cut you off real quick.
Yeah,
9-1, Keenan Coleman
Keanu
goes at
Coleman is now
9-1.
on. Yeah. So, also side note, do you guys like RJ Harvey? I'll answer the second part real quick. So, RJ Harvey, yes, we like his talent, but we've been saying this about some of these rookie running backs like Caleb Johnson. Too much is imbued on them that they're just going to take over immediately and have all this value. It's going to take a long time. And with Sean Payton, especially, he's going to be more valuable towards the later end of the year, but you're going to be super disappointed in the first half. In regards to the Puka Devontae Adams thing, as Travis Kelsey now comes off the board, in regards to that, Tommy and I have a bit of a disagreement there. He thinks Devontae will actually be good and take away from Puka. That's sort of not the point, though. We're both worried about Matt Stafford staying healthy. So if you want to take that risk, obviously he's not going to fall below a certain point, but that's what we're worried about. Yeah, if you want to, you could pontificate about that if you think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as
There
high on
goes there
Puka.
goes Jordan Mason. I wonder if cheat code is watching.
Nah, I mean that's a value right there. That's a round late for Jordan Mason, I believe.
I don't know. I wonder if he's watching our thing because we talked about a guy for the last couple of rounds and he grabbed him. Like there goes like he grabbed Zach Charbonnet. He grabbed
Should we talk about how high we are on Drake
Plaxico
May?
Burris.
Yeah, Drake May. We think Drake May is going to have finished top 2. Top 2. So, on the way back, if cheat code, if you want to cheat code your way in by sniping us with uh, you know, Drake May, just let us know.
Feel free.
Feel free.
There goes Cooper Cup. I'm happy about that. There,
All right. So, Billy,
as we're
you
getting
know,
close here. So, talk to me. What do you think?
yeah, so I I do think we need to we don't need a running back until week 9.
Can't we just wait on Mixon?
No, no. No, we can't.
For the record, Bonex is still falling.
And he's going to continue. There will be a quarterback there will be a quarterback, train happening. Now, do you want to start that? I
Uh,
think I think we need to I think all right, let's put it this way. We need a running back right now, right?
Juwan
So
Jennings.
yeah, we need a running back right now. There is J.K. Dobbins available. I don't think that he's value for the future down the road for our team. Ramondre Stevenson, I don't think he's value for the future for our road.
I agree. I agree with all this stuff.
All right, Joe Mixon is value for the playoffs.
Tommy, I don't think we can take him here. I
I
don't.
you listen. Joe Mixon is going to score touchdowns. He is again. It is a descending offensive line, but
I can't believe I can't believe I'm allowing this.
I can't
Listen,
believe I can't believe I allowed Matthew Golden in the last round. Let's feel good about this. Let's move forward. We will bolster our running back room after this, a
fine.
little bit more deep. But I think Joe Mixon is a fantastic,
I
fantastic ninth round pick.
listen. Take him. This is a combination show. Take him.
Yeah.
But
So we took Joe Mixon in the ninth round. Billy's not
So
too happy about that.
no,
It's
I'm not.
fine. But we're here to win a league and take shots, right? This is a shot that would not have been able to be there in the next, say, 4 or 5 rounds. So we needed to make this shot now. We can bolster our opportunities and run in our running back room. You know,
Cannot
uh,
believe I allowed that.
if we look at some of the values that are there in the running back room, there are such great values, and I'm not going to say anything because cheat code right now has been sniping us. Excuse me. So yeah, I mean, Henny, are you cheat code?
No, he's not. He's not.
um, but I do think that we need to start looking at the onesie position shortly.
Are you
At
happy
nine,
after that? Are you happy after that Mixon thing? Because
I'm not ecstatic, but I did somewhat enjoy clicking the button.
all right, it's gonna be. It's just so disgusting. It's just he's not gonna. Okay, okay.
Let
I
it
don't
go.
know, and also ADP was low.
Charles. This is Billy's table flipping moment. Anyway, back to the show.
J.K. Dobbins. Yeah,
Jaded
we're gonna move
Jaded
forward. This
Reed
is what
goes nine
happened.
seven. J.K. Dobbins goes 9-8. Billy is nothing guaranteed in the ninth round, and yeah, there you go. Exactly. Relax, Billy.
I don't even know if he's gonna. I don't even know if he's gonna play. Just hearing everything that I'm hearing, I followed it pretty good. Like, and I mean, I'd like to think I was ahead of this. I was low on him the whole offseason. So like, I don't know.
It's gonna be fine.
I,
Even if we have to wait on him until week 7 because they have they have their bye week is number 6. It doesn't matter. Let him sit till week 7 and then he'll be fine.
Christian Kirk is now off the board. Um, okay. So we've got some interesting late round wide receiver and running back shots. So
Braylon
uh,
Allen goes to 9-10. Okay,
Braylon
that's
Allen, there
interesting.
goes one of our late round shots. That's a
That's
bit
yeah, that's really early for a late round shot, but that's fine.
fine. We have our eye on some other guys there. I can tell you this. Look, it is what it is. I'm happy to continue to take some of these other shots. If our quarterback, if the quarterback we've been talking about makes it all the way to the 10th here, I think we take it. Okay, and it would be Bo Nix, even though we've been identifying Dak Prescott as a late round shot. So
Yeah, I just don't know if I take Bo Nix over Dak Prescott.
I would. It's not a question in a 4 point league. Dak's going to run presumably less than Bo Nix, and also the Cowboys have a horrific opening schedule. Horrific. They're opening up away at the Eagles. So I mean,
Well, I mean, I got a question. Do you want to take another running back before we have to make that decision?
well,
Because
okay.
I feel like we don't need to rush and take a quarterback if it's not they're not flying off the board yet.
Rashid Shaheed is now off the board. Interesting. I'm surprised. That's an interesting shot there.
Yeah, 9-11 to Rashid Shaheed.
I feel like everybody's hands off on the Saints.
So, Billy, I want to ask you, what's your
Oh,
thoughts
it's
on
gotta talk to me.
what's your thoughts on Cam Scabuto?
He's one of
Badly.
these like late round, rookie shots that maybe he takes over or whatever. I don't like him more as a late round shot than other guys we could name that I'm worried about people sniping us for.
Well, I'll tell you this. Quit. Judkins is still there. He's still available.
We can't just have a team of people that won't play. We can't do that anymore. We need
No,
a
no, but I mean, there are some available. There's some players that are great values. Our one of our late round guys is that we could grab in the
there goes
later rounds.
Bateman, one of your guys.
Yeah, Bateman's going to score 9 touchdowns this season.
All in one game.
Yeah, I mean, so I will say this. I have, especially with the trade, I do think that I do think that Brian Robinson is a great opportunity to take, especially this late in the draft.
It's an option. By the way, let's address some of Charles's comments. So nothing guaranteed in round 9. A guy's going to get 15 touches guaranteed is a good pick there. That's a good point, Charles. I just, I guess I don't think that he's even going to be ready. And even if he is, that's sort of my trepidation on it. Like Tommy said, you don't need him for the first
Well,
25%. That's
yeah,
true.
and I also don't feel the same way about Jalen Waddle
Well, there
as
goes
the pick.
Brian Robinson, by the way.
Well, franchise 7 is watching us too, I guess.
It hurts my soul to agree with Tom this much, says Charles. Yeah, well, well, but the thing is, you
Well,
agreed with
Charles,
me on
you,
the
you gotta
earlier
you
rounds.
Charles, you gotta start doing your homework somehow. So watch our show, like,
You,
subscribe.
you agreed with me on the earlier rounds, so that works. Um, all right, so so there goes Brian Robinson, so that's off the board. So,
So,
Tommy, we could call out some of these late round shots. Do we want to say it?
well, yeah, well, let's go over our roster right now, real quick.
Go ahead.
So, we started with Barkley. We have Jonathan Taylor, Brock Bowers, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Debo Samuel, Matthew Golden, and then Joe Mixon. And as we talk about Joe Mixon, Tank Bigsby goes off the board at 10-2 to Artful Dodger. 10-3 Santa Monica Bandits are on the clock. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks away from us taking our favorite running back. Just kidding. I don't know who we're taking.
I subscribed when I first got on my friends. Ramondre is now off the board. Again, it just depends on what you think is going to go on in New England. There, you know.
Yeah. So I mean, let's talk about this here. There is a wide receiver. Nick Chubb goes off the board to franchise 5. That's a nice value right there. I still think that Mixon is a great value at 9, but Billy doesn't think that. It's all good. Um, Wandale Robinson in ADP wise, he's showing as basically the best 6th player off the board. He last year he had 140 targets. Bo Nix
God,
is off the board. Here, Quentin Judkins goes, and we are on the
but we were
clock.
so fast to draft Mixon, but there goes Bo Nix.
It's fine. I think we need to take our player.
This is it's such a regret. It's such a regret. I
Oh my
cannot believe I let
Dude,
that
you know
happen.
what? You know what? Let that happen. We're here not. We could create a controversy here, but in all reality, I let Matthew Golden happen. I
What
let Jalen Waddle
are you
happen.
talking
So,
about? You didn't
all
have
right.
any of the
So
picks
let's
ready.
talk about the 45 seconds we have left on the clock here. We value Dak Prescott over Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, Drake May. Um,
Yes, we do.
Justin Herbert. I mean, same, and also over Jared Goff. So we take our quarterback here and we start moving on. 25 seconds.
Yeah, let's do it. It should have been. It should have been.
Dude, you know what? It's fine. You could be all upset about it right now and all that stuff, but I'll tell you by the end of the season, you're gonna thank me for that pick. Dak Prescott has been drafted as our quarterback. He is our mid round quarterback that we're looking at. We really really feel high on him, especially in a 4 point league of touchdowns. He's going to utilize his legs. Billy doesn't think as much as Bo Nix. I don't think Bo Nix is going to rush over 700 yards. If
Oh,
we even
of
get
course not. But
no,
there's a,
but again, even if Dak gets 400 yards rushing and maybe 2 rushing touchdowns, but then he throws the ball 50 times a game, I think it's great value. As we also discussed, we do feel like if he stays healthy, which the trend shows, he's basically on his healthy year. If you look at his stats, every other year he explodes. So I think it's a great pick for us. I think he's going to finish in the top 5. I believe he's in the top 3. Billy, I think we're in
listen.
agreement.
It is what it is. I just it is what it is. I won't beleaguer the point. I just genuinely feel differently about Mixon. But we'll move it on. We'll move it on.
Dude, you
Touch,
are still talking about Mixon. Let it go. Um, 10-8 goes to Cam Scattaboo.
yeah, 10-9 goes to
10-9,
Tucker Craft.
10-9 Tucker Craft to Step Brothers. And yeah, 10-10's on the clock. We could start talking
All
about
right.
some of our players we're looking
All right.
at.
So let's talk our late round shots here. Okay. If we need volume at the running back position, which we might need, Jerome Ford is an option. If we want to go for upside picks. We got the Ray Davis situation. We've got Trey Benson, who I know we want. I have no faith that Connor makes it through the season. There goes
As
Trey
Trey
Benson.
Benson goes off the
Cheat
board, the
code.
cheat code. Cheat code is definitely watching us. I think we need to start having our conversations when cheat code goes.
So there goes Trey Benson. So Ollie Gordon is an option as well. Darnell Mooney is now off the board. We don't even know if he's going to play.
All right, let's talk about our rankings. All right, so what do we got right now? We have to go back to our rankings because this system is a little
Well,
this ADP is a little off.
well, you got well now we're past the 10th, so now it's all just taking shots. Okay, according
Yeah,
to our
no, but it's
rank,
not. It is, but it's not. There are some players that are. If you could just please pull that up so we can look at that to see if maybe there's a player that's available. I know we.
the highest player, but it's been changed like since we did the rankings. It's
All
been
right,
changed.
so our highest player is Jerome Ford, right?
Our highest player is Jerome Ford, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and yes, so
Yeah. So Jerome Ford, I mean, you got one-eyed Willie of Najee Harris basically on the board. We could take him.
Jaden, there goes Jaden Blue.
Yeah, that was one of my late round guys. That's a nice pick right there at 11-1. I think that he's going to be the starting running back at some point in the league.
I also
This
think we
year.
should try to grab a little bit of Will Shipley at some point.
Should I ask Cheat Code if he's watching our podcast?
No.
Why? Because you think then everybody's going to just join on and watch our conversation, you
No,
think?
because then it's like because then we sound like we're like needlessly plugging our thing.
No, needlessly plugging. I mean, you literally put pod in parentheses.
I know, but we're not talking every second. Mark Andrews is now off the board.
John says, which league is this? FFPC. John, this is a high stakes league that we're in.
Apex.
It's Apex. Caleb Williams goes off the board. I mean, I do feel good about a late round shot with Tajay Spears.
Yeah, he's on there too, but it wasn't. You got to remember, he's not playing the first 4 games. I
No,
got
I
what you're
mean,
going to say.
I
We're not
think
going to use him the first 4 games. Blah,
no,
blah,
I
blah.
think. Oh, I mean, we're not going to use anybody in the first 4 games. Technically, we don't need
Right.
to. We don't need to start another running back until week 9, as I stated 9 times.
Yeah, I understand that. Which it just leaves me like I'd like at this point now. I'd like to take some upside and insurance.
All right.
So
So Jerome Ford, I think, is going to be in our wheelhouse for we're looking at.
sure, Jerome Ford's there. So let me just give you some running back names. Okay, Jerome Ford, Ray Davis is a high value backup. Ollie Gordon is a high value backup, and we've got Will Shipley if we want to grab our insurance and the
No,
Kendry Miller.
yeah, well, I will say this, just to double up on that. Do you want to take a high value backup or do you want to take a starter that's going to start the season? Because I know Charles just dropped Davis. I do like Davis, but I'd rather in a full point PPR take somebody that is going to catch and get targets. Joe Flacco is the quarterback there. Even if throughout the season, Shador Sanders jumps in, and if he doesn't go to a Canadian league or something like that, I think Jerome Ford should be our pick because he's going to find his way into the in there and split carries with Judkins.
I'm okay. I'm okay with Ford. Is that the route we want to go?
Yeah, we're on the clock right now. I think Jerome Ford is our
No, no,
pick.
no. They're great, and Rashad White's off the board, who I was completely avoiding. I didn't want that. I
Yeah,
think
so
Jerome
we're
Ford's
on the
fine.
clock. We got a minute left. You're good with Jerome Ford?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So since cheat code is not picking anymore, we have the next pick. There is a wide receiver we need to have a conversation about, and we got to get him on our team.
Okay, I have a couple. I've got a bunch of wide receiver.
The wide receiver we're talking about before we talking about Mims, we talk about Wandell, we talk about he
There's
just went
Keenan
off the
Allen.
board. Congratulations, we don't have to talk about him anymore.
Okay.
Keenan Allen was my next target. Keenan Allen is off the board. Keenan Allen went 11-7,
Okay, that's okay.
which is fine. We based on our strategy and how we've developed this roster, I'm feeling really good about our starting lineup. I am a little nervous about our flex right now, where Matthew Golden is in that position, but I do believe we can
Well, we
start
have
Jerome.
Debo also. I mean,
Well, yeah, but Debo. I do think that like week one, we may be looking to start Jerome Ford potentially. It basically, he's going against, Debo is going against the Giants. I don't know if I trust week one against the Giants, to be honest.
sure.
Jerome Ford is going against Cincinnati. I think that's a great, great matchup, and I think they're going to
Yes.
score a lot of points on both sides.
Oh, somebody made
Um,
a defense pick. Denver.
yeah,
That's
Brandon
good.
Ayuk goes 11-8, and then Denver goes 11-9.
JD Ford is the start of week one. We know
Yeah,
Canadian
and
flag.
then and then he goes to Canadian flag. So do you think Shador Sanders is finding his way to Canada?
He just might.
Yeah.
Uh, um, yeah, Charles. I think you're right. Shipley might be a last round kind of thing, but we'll judge that. I think they went a bit early for the Denver defense. Personally, I mean, it is what it is. It's defense. So we have the teams that we're targeting. We'll get there when we get there. Um, so with Keenan Allen off the board, let me just name some of the wide receiver shots. Tommy, we got the Marvin Mims, Wandale Robinson. Um, We've got the Jaden Higgins and the Pat Bryant and Dante Thornton. Those are some of our favorite shots, late shots.
Yeah. So if we are taking a wide receiver here,
Luther Burden is off the board.
that's fine. If we're taking a wide receiver here, I'm leaning higher on Marvin Mims. Um, he's been I especially with Vele being traded to the Saints, I think that opens the door a little bit more for Mims. He's been spotted at the wide receiver two position in all preseason, and now going in, finishing off camp. He's going to be the wide receiver two. He was electric last year. Um, he's not the biggest guy, but he definitely is very, very elusive. Great route runner. I think he's going to be a great, great opportunity. Josh Downs, as Charles just dropped. Hey Charles, do you trust Daniel Jones? No. Okay. Jonathan Taylor is probably the only target, and also in the tight end Warren would be a nice target for Daniel Jones. Going back to it, Marvin Mims goes to 11-11. So we lose on Marvin Mims. It's all
That-
good.
That's okay.
I do believe, again, there is that player in Wandell that we need to really discuss, that 140 target that he had last
That's his
year.
favorite stat from last year.
140 targets. Now he's not going to get that. He's not going to get that this year, but I think at a 12th round opportunity, a player that's going to probably get 100 plus targets, I think that's a great value. Especially in a full point PPR. Again, he's not going to get 50 plus yards and explosive yards and stuff like that, but he is a passing down. He's basically 1 yard and first down kind of kind of wide receiver in the slot position.
Yeah,
He can break one loose. I mean, he had a couple plays where he could have really just broke down the field, but he is a small dude.
yeah,
What?
Charles. Somebody grabbed Josh Downs like a lot of rounds ago, like the sixth or something. They really reached on him. And I like Downs too, but farther down. So he's been now. Brock Purdy is off the board. So
That
let's
was
do
a
a lay of
that
the
was a
land.
pretty purdy pick right there at 11
Let's do a
12.
lay of the land with quarterbacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 quarterbacks are off the board. So nobody's doubling up yet.
Yeah, and
Tight
Jared
ends.
and Jared Goff is still on the board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tight ends are off the board. So nobody's tight. No, it doesn't look like anybody's doubled up just yet either. Charles just turned into Larry. We've got guys from our fantasy group, our friend group,
Yeah, from
dropping
one of our
names.
home league.
That's
Yeah,
our
John and Charles, we appreciate you guys dropping all the comments and flooding our field.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so let's we got our pick in about 5 picks now. So just to reiterate, Wandale's a shot, Jaden Higgins is a shot, Pat Bryant and Dante Thornton are all shots. Colson Loveland is now off the board, tight end. So those are our wide receiver shots. Our running back shots are, I think, since we got Jerome Ford, I don't know if it's smart that we grab Dylan Sampson here. I feel like that's overkill. Ray Davis is still a shot. Ollie Gordon, Kendre Miller, and Will Shipley. So definitely got a lot of shots here for our late round guys. Interesting to see what people take. By the way, we could. I mean, we only were saying it for like 1 week. Cedric Tillman is an option for week 1. So I don't know. Like we could always pull that trigger too if you want.
Yeah, but I think we have our flex no matter what. I don't think there's a reason to draft a player for 1 week.
Speaking of which, I just thought I would mention, and so we got Charles on the thing here. So Charles, I'm a bit worried about Dak Prescott in week 1. Should I be? Um, like I was bringing it up, like we could stream a quarterback, let's say like Flacco for week 1 because they're playing
I
the
like
Bengals
that.
defense.
I like that. I mean, I know you're asking Charles, but I believe I believe we might want to stream a quarterback week 1. To be honest, if
Let's
we,
see what.
I guess again, we want to see what our matchup is as well too. If it's
Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious what Charles says. So Dalton Kincaid is now off the board. Najee Harris is now off the board.
yeah.
So yeah, Ray Davis is a great option here. Do
Yeah,
we
I
want to
think
just?
I think if Ray Davis is there, we take him.
Yeah, we're definitely. I mean, we're getting like some. Yeah, it's an upside pick. James Cook goes down, and then Ray Davis is the guy. And I guarantee you, the James Cook guy is going to be annoyed that we're taking him. So
That's fine. He should have taken him already. um, yeah,
wide receiver shots. We said Wandale, Jaden Higgins,
yeah.
Pat Bryant,
So
and Dante
Charles
Thornton.
Charles responded to you. Said Dak, look at Dak's career versus the Eagles. His stats are always there. He throws all game. I mean, I agree. I mean, if we're feeling like we need to make a move, something like that. I mean, it is deep. We can just plug
We
in
can
a.
make a move if we needed
Yeah,
to.
we can
So
make a move if needed. But honestly, I agree with Charles. I mean,
hey,
we're
there
not
goes Ray
drafting.
Davis.
You know,
Nice job by franchise 5. Let me see. I'm
franchise
curious if
five. Let's see. He has James Cook, so he got his backup.
good for him. Good for him. I
That's a
think he
great.
waited a little long.
Yeah, he waited him, but it paid. So
Sure.
just like the Joe Mixon wait.
All right, so that leaves late round shots. I'm not even going to entertain Roshan Johnson with you because I know how you feel about that. So that leaves Ollie Gordon, Will Shipley, which we could do later on, Kendre Miller, and Sean Tucker.
Yeah, but I feel like the running back room is
We can wait
is
on that. Yeah,
I feel like it's thinning uh hard, like very 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 drastically. Um I do, for our late round guy, Ollie
Josh
Gordon.
Josh Palmer is off the board.
Ollie
Interesting.
Gordon, obviously, I'm high on Tajay Spears. We're on the clock right now. We have a minute left. Um, yeah, let's do Wandell.
Do we want to
Um,
get that out the way? We just get the targets and we'll see
yeah,
how it
he's
goes.
the
And also, if
highest valued
Malik,
guy right now. Let's take Wandell, and then we could discuss.
that's fine. I'm with you. He's definitely a good shot. And honestly, about the Wandale thing, if Malik has issues, I'm perfectly okay with Wandale.
I don't think Malik has issues. I just think that they're holding him out. There's no reason for.
Sure.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Oh, Charles dropping some information here. So
Well,
he's
by the
giving
way,
us Dak
if
stats.
nobody, anybody that's in the feed right now, Charles is a Cowboys fan. He knows everything about the
Well,
Cowboys.
I'm inclined to trust him about the Dak situation. Yeah, Charles, we might end up going that route. We might end up just living with it and hoping he crushes it against Philadelphia. Um, if in an emergency, if like we changed our mind, we're not going to be drafting Flacco now or something, but it's an option. There goes Hollywood Brown off the board. I've already made a declaration earlier when we did one of our videos that I'm so done. I'm done with Hollywood Brown's never happening. So Kareem Hunt is now off the board. Interesting. Yeah, Spears is still on the board, Tommy.
And this I want to talk to you about Spears. If he's there for the back turn for us, unless cheat code steals him right now, but if he's there, he is the highest value asset right now.
Yeah, he's the highest on our board. Yeah, there goes Jake Ferguson.
This guy's been listening to our podcast. Um,
Ajay's off the board. End of conversation.
there goes the conversation. But I will. Just to presume that, like, say if he didn't get taken off the board, I think based on again our position of what we have in the field,
Stroud is off the
letting
board.
just waiting and letting it settle. He has a high ankle sprain. He'll be back week 5, 100%. Um, they're going to be playing from behind. He's a PPR monster. He did great towards the end of the year last year. He did great when Derrick Henry was on the Titans as well too. So different system, same guy, right? I wouldn't have been too worried about it.
Yeah, it's a good point, Charles. Keaton Mitchell had a good camp. Henry is getting any younger. The problem is, I don't think Keaton Mitchell is like going to be one of these high value backups. It's going to be some combination of Justice Hill and Keaton Mitchell. It's not the same as Ray Davis, for example. Tyler Algier is now off the board. Yeah, so Tyler Algier off the board. So that's the 1302. So we're at the top of the 13th round. We've got 5 more to go, 18 total rounds. Our last 2 rounds are going to be defense and kicker, unless maybe we want to we'll judge it. Maybe we want to do it on the third to last round. Maybe we'll do defense, kickers, whatever. So a couple more shots here. So let's just line up our shots again. Running back, we've got, like I said, I guess we're going to move past Dylan Sampson because we've got Ford, so we won't double up there. We got Ollie Gordon, Will Shipley, Kendre Miller, and Sean Tucker. Those are some good late round shots. And by the way, as Demario Douglas is now off the board, aka Pop Douglas, whatever they call him on ESPN or whatever.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. I know we were just talking about all that, but what are your thoughts on legacy?
Less than 0. No, it's not. He's
You
never
don't
going to
want
play.
you don't want to go Adam legacy feeling here.
No, it's done. It's the train's over, man.
All right. Well, do you want to take a shot on Kyle Pitts? I know
As a backup
we
tight
got we
end.
got we got Bowers, but if Kyle Pitts goes off, he could play flex for us.
That's
If you
true.
know,
He's definitely an option, and we've been feeling good about the upside. Yeah. By the way, there goes Thielen. So sorry. Okay.
Step Brothers was feeling Thielen. He was feeling a legacy year.
Oh, there goes Kyle Pitts. Okay.
Oh, there we go. And we're done talking. But
Okay. So, do you want
I think we need to go wide receiver here.
All right, so our shots at wide receiver, if you don't want to go Tillman if you don't want to go Tillman, then the shots
No, I'd be
are
fine with taking Cedric Tillman here.
honestly, I don't know when Higgins is going to come on. Higgins or Pat Bryant are Higgins. I want Higgins. Can we grab him? Like he's we don't know exactly who's going to be the wide receiver 2. He's got huge upside there. I feel like that's the pick, man.
Jaden Higgins.
Jaden Higgins.
Yeah.
Jaden Higgins, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
It's huge,
right.
huge upside.
All right, you're welcome. I was feeling Xavier Legette there.
He'll be available. The Bayshaw.
So would oh man, Bayshaw Tootin. I was looking for some Bayshaw.
So what do we got now? That's the 13th round, right? So we've got the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. So it gives us 3 more rounds of running back and wide receiver.
Yeah. full 18 rounds, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Charles, I agree. That's probably what we're gonna do. So that leaves. So if we got 5 rounds left, then we got to take 2 shots, and my votes would be Ollie Gordon and one of these receivers, whether it's Tillman or Pat Bryant or Dante Thornton. Dante Thornton could be a big sleeper pick.
Well, let me ask you, just because like where we're at right now, we have what? We have four running backs.
Oh, good night, Charles. Go
Good
get
night,
it, man.
Charles. We have
What's
four
this?
running backs.
We have Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Jerome Ford,
We
and
have
Joe
four running
Mixon.
backs. We need
Right.
another we need another running back in our
I
roster.
think I think Ollie Gordon's the pick.
Um so I agree slightly with that.
Okay, well, who else? Throw some names.
Uh so
There goes Justice Hill.
I talked to you a little bit earlier today about this. Isaac Garindo, I do believe if something happens to Christian McCaffrey, Isaac Garindo is that guy that's basically going to take over his role. Now, it might not be a full role. I still believe that because Brian Robinson is not the same kind of back as Christian McCaffrey. I believe that Christian McCaffrey is it's this trade for Brian Robinson is going to favor Christian McCaffrey because he's going to keep his fresh legs and to be healthy throughout the season. But if something was to happen to Christian McCaffrey, I think Isaac Garindo just falls back in line to that role. Um,
I
this
disagree. I just disagree, man. And
Okay.
also, even let's take your argument, take it at its ceiling. With Robinson there, they're not going to give Garendo the workload that he got in lieu of McCaffrey like last year. It's going to be this will be Shanahan's first time doing an RBBC. Like, there's no way. There's no not when they brought him in like that. No way. So it's he's not one of these high value kind of things.
Cedric Tillman goes.
Okay. I'm I couldn't be happier that we got the Jaden Higgins thing. The upside there is huge. All right, so wide receiver shots. We still got here. If you want to count Leggett, I've got Pat Bryant and Dante Thornton as shots. Um, on the running back side, Ollie Gordon, Kendre Miller, Sean Tucker. So I think if we're going to go running back, which I agree with, I think the pick is Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon might be starting week 1.
True.
I think it's
Or do we take Mr. Rodriguez? He is my late round shot. I mean, I have no problem going Gordon
Trey Tucker as well.
Rodriguez. I have no problem going Gordon Rodriguez just to fill more running back opportunity.
Let's see what we get. If we're in agreement that Ollie Gordon comes first.
All right, yeah.
All
I'll
right.
put Ollie Gordon as
Well, if Ollie Gordon, if Ollie, you would take Rodriguez over Kendre Miller. I mean, we have no guarantee that Kamara makes it through the whole season either.
is that Ollie Gordon still there?
He should be. I don't think I missed that.
Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, he's here. Just put in Gordon, Gordn. He's there.
I know how to spell Gordon.
Okay, Rico Dowdle is now off the board. Okay.
Should we take Melvin Gordon?
Yeah, right after Barry Sanders.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go Ollie Gordon first, and then I believe we should go Chris Rodriguez. So we'd go 1-2 punch with late round shots. And then
You would go Chris Rodriguez over Will Shipley. We know we're going to get later, but you would go Chris Rodriguez over Kendre Miller. Remember, we have no guarantee Kamara's going to make it through that season, and then Kendre's the guy.
yeah, but if Kamara's gonna not make it through the season, Kendre Miller is not gonna make it through the season. Kendre Miller has been the most injured running back in that offense.
I don't have a problem if you lean towards Rodriguez. It's not like something we could always drop him if we're not feeling it. But
I honestly think Chris Rodriguez is going to at some point be the running back one on that offense.
after everything that you said the past couple weeks about JCM, you've revised your
Can't
opinion.
even pronounce his name any still. So let's focus on Chris Rodriguez. I think
All right,
he's
let's get ourselves to Ollie Gordon, and then we'll go from there.
okay.
Yeah. Any interest in Damian Pierce? Pittsburgh is now off the board.
No, we already got um, Joe Mixon. So
All right, Hunter Henry is off the board after the Pittsburgh defense. I don't. For the sake of our team, I hope I eat crow from the Joe Mixon thing.
I really hope you eat crow on that too.
There goes
I know you're
Dante
gonna eat crow.
Thornton. There goes Dante Thornton. Great late shot. Great late shot by that guy. I mean, the opportunity's there. He's going to be if J- if he gets traded, he's the wide receiver one in Oakland or in Las Vegas. Brandon Aubrey, first kicker off the board. Okay. All right, we're on the board. So we're going to grab our Ollie Gordon here. Let's get it
Yes,
done.
sir.
Ollie Gordon, nice job.
Ollie Gordon, Chris Rodriguez. Cheat code: do not take Chris Rodriguez.
Take him so that we could go with other routes.
No,
All right,
because
so
then Billy's then gonna want to take like Jawan Jennings or
no.
Darren Waller.
Let's catch up. Let's catch everybody up where we're at. We've got Dak Prescott's the quarterback. We've got Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Jerome Ford, Joe Mixon, and Ollie Gordon. That's 5 running backs, wide receivers: DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Debo, Matt Golden, Wandell Robinson, and Jaden Higgins. We've got 7 wide receivers. Tight ends: Brock Bowers, and we're moving and grooving here. We are moving and grooving. Perfectly fine. So that was our 14th round pick for Ollie Gordon. That leaves us one more pick before we have the final 3, which is going to be Shipley, defense, and kicker. So if Rodriguez is not available, you definitely want to go running back, right?
Yeah, I want to take. Well, then I think we just take Shipley, and then we take our late round tight end.
You still want to go with tight end with Brock Bowers. I don't think that's the way to go. We were going to leave Brock
Kendre
Bowers
Miller
in.
is
Well,
off
there
the
goes
board.
Kendre.
I know, I know we got tremendous value on Brock Bowers, but I think that we can really just, if there was a thought of maybe taking Kyle Pitts like 2 rounds ago,
We
three
would
rounds
have.
ago,
We thought of. We would
yeah,
have.
we thought of it, but Mason
Oh, do
Taylor
you want to
is
take
it,
the Mason Taylor? That's perfectly acceptable.
yeah.
I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. Yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna
we got 4
Mason
picks
Taylor.
then.
I'm gonna be putting Mason Taylor in our queue. Um, we're not. I'll put our defense that we've been talking about for a while in our queue. We'll talk about them as we get closer.
So you would take Mason Taylor over Rodriguez
uh, no. We're gonna take Chris Rodriguez.
because we only have 4 picks left. We know it's going to be Rodriguez, Shipley, defense kicker,
Well, I mean, do
Vikings
we really
defense.
do we really need to take Shipley?
Yes, yes,
But he's not this standalone back
yes. He is.
for
Yes,
Barkley.
yes he is. It was pretty clear. He had a great preseason. He's a great athlete. He's the guy. He's young. He's the guy. Manuel Wilson, good job by that Josh Jacobs guy. I would have done the exact same thing. Nice job by him.
All right, so we got one, two, three, 4 more rounds.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
so
Shipley defense kicker, and we have either Rodriguez or Taylor.
see,
And I think
I just don't like passing on Chris Rodriguez, man. And I guess obviously just to have the bolster the backup handcuff for Barkley,
right
but
because the odds of that person playing You know what I mean? Like over we have Saquon and Taylor, so we need some upside slash insurance. And at remember now, Washington has some good backs even after Robinson left. Eckler, JCM, Rodriguez, and
No,
McNichols.
McNichols.
And there goes Rodriguez. So
Well, there we go. It's making a decision for us.
all right, so then that means we're gonna try to take Taylor, unless we'll go Mason. I like the Mason Taylor thing because
I mean, do you want to take? I mean, we could take Mason Taylor, or we just go and take our defense that we desire.
Cameron Dicker,
Dicker the kicker.
Quentin Johnston.
Quentin can't catch Johnson goes to team franchise 4.
Be nice. Be nice.
I mean, isn't that his middle name? I didn't talk about him being
You
carted off. That would be mean.
Yeah, you did that in our in one of
Not
our
live though. Not live.
no,
You
not
could have
live.
edited that.
I know, but I thought it was clean. Left that in.
It flew with the it flowed very nicely with the show. Mason Taylor, top 10 upside, Justin. Yeah.
Kyle Monangai is off the board. He's interesting
Yeah,
himself.
Henny Auto, we agree with you. Mason Taylor is pretty much
I
the
know.
second. He's going to be the second target in that Jets offense, most likely.
Honestly, Henny Auto, like we would have been all on him. It's just that we had Brock Bowers at such a value drop all the way
Yeah,
to like
for him,
middle of
for
the
him to
third.
drop, for him to drop. Oh, Brent Strange or Mason. Yeah, I
Mason
mean,
Taylor.
yeah, Mason Taylor, 100%. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna punt tight end, and
Absolutely.
bolster everything, Mason Taylor. And go. You just make sure you get a stud. Kind of like Zach Ertz. For week 1 kind of thing, because the Giants can't cover a tight end ever.
Zach Ertz is off the board. Nice
There you
late
go,
round
Step
shot.
Brothers. Congratulations.
Sampson's off the board. Okay, so now we're on the board here.
Yeah. So we take Mason Taylor, or do you want to take Shipley to cover? I mean,
He'll be available. Let's take Mason Taylor now.
okay. You're really hoping that nobody takes Shipley, right?
Nobody's gonna take it.
I mean, if we have to take him, then somebody else will. If let's put it this way: if somebody takes if somebody takes Will Shipley over us, we will take Isaac Orindo. Compromise?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna put him in our queue.
Houston, because people are going to be wanting grabbing defenses now. It's like
Houston, we have a problem.
fly will not. So what do we got here? Got a couple rounds left. This is interesting. I think we got a really great team, minus Joe Mixon. We got a really great team.
When Joe Mixon finishes the year with 10 touchdowns after playing half a year, you'll be thanking me. Keaton Mitchell, that's a really nice pick at 15-8, just in case Henry goes down or misses a game or something like that.
But I just had that. I just had that discussion just off of Charles's comment. There's no guarantee. Like that's an RBBC if Henry goes down. That's Hill and Keaton Mitchell. Jake Bates is off the board.
Yeah.
People are like reaching on kickers, man.
Well, people want their kickers that are
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith goes 5'10" to the Santa Monica Bandits. Artful Dodger is on the clock at 5'11".
I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody that is still in the chat, everybody that's still here, we appreciate everybody that has been tuning in. We have 3 more rounds left, 3 more picks left. If you guys could subscribe to our channel, and again, as we've been having a bunch of people commenting, if you have any fantasy football questions, drop it in the chat. We'll answer them live.
Yeah, and also, beyond all the like, share, and subscribe stuff, like if you like our stuff, feel free to let people know. We have a whole bunch of great stuff planned for the season. This week we kind of like a fun show scheduled for tomorrow, kind of getting hyped for the season, etc. But
Yeah,
starting next week, we got three shows a week, two main shows a week, and then a Sunday live.
and we
Waivers, forecast, and yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we have a
Jalen
lot
Buffalo.
and we have a lot of content that's basically saved in our in our database. So you guys can really just go back, on your way to work. And we're also, when you're driving, you can listen to us, whether you use YouTube, but we're also on Apple Podcast as well too. And, everywhere that you can get your podcasts, just look up Fantasy Football University or FFU. Um, and you can listen to
Baltimore.
everything, just make it, easier as you're kind of, trying to study when you may not have the time to sit there and sit on YouTube all day. Um, so just to go back off of the draft at 5'11", the Green Bay Packers defense goes 15'11", 15'12". Jalen Noel, Houston wide receiver, goes 16'1". The Ravens go 16'2". Sean Tucker. That's actually a nice pick right there. I like that one.
Yeah,
That's
so
one.
we identified him as a shot. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a nice shot right there.
I wonder if Artful Dodger's the one who had Bucky Irving. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like it. No.
No, but that's a nice shot for him.
Sure.
The Santa Monica Bandits are on the clock. I can't wait to play the Santa Monica Bandits this year. Isaac Garindo.
Wonder if that guy has the whole thing. Let's
Well,
see.
he is from Santa Monica, so he's from California,
Romeo
supposedly.
and Romeo Dubs is off.
Romeo
Well,
Dobbs.
he does have Christian McCaffrey, that guy. So he's got Christian McCaffrey, and I wonder if he has Brian Robinson. Let's see.
Brenton Strange goes 16-5 to franchise 10. I assume franchise 5 and franchise 10 and franchise 4 were figuring out who their player was that they're going to
All right, so
manipulate a
Buffalo Bills.
name.
Let's get ourselves the Will Shipley. Let's get it done.
All right. All right, so we're on 16. We're going around 17 and then 18, and the draft is over after those two rounds. As we get closer, we will explain our defense that we're looking at. But, Billy, as we're, kind of sitting here looking at some of these players that are still available, let's talk about values. Let's talk about opportunities. Like, say, if we didn't have the opportunity to draft some of these players, or we weren't going to handcuff our running back situation with Will Shipley for, Saquon. Who personally would you have maybe like said, "Hey, this is a great value," in a deep league, 19-20 round league, to draft?
Well, some of which you might disagree with, but I think Roshan is a huge value here. If he's even being drafted, because again, even if Tommy necessarily disagrees, one thing we can agree on is DeAndre Swift does not have a stranglehold on that starting running back position. They tried to replace him in the draft. They missed out on running backs, and so they ended up keeping it. Roshan is talented, and so there could be opportunity if he goes down. So in terms of late, definitely an option. On the wide receiver side, I agree with Tommy. Leggett could have been an option. Pat
Yeah,
Bryant.
I was just
Pat,
about to say Leggett is like my prime guy that I would love to throw
he,
onto this roster.
he probably won't get drafted. Pat Bryant, huge upside, Denver wide receiver. Although I think it's basically going to be Mims. Apparently, Twitter thinks otherwise. Um, some other interesting options at this point of guys who are like still on the board. I mean, it behooves us to mention. So, if we would not have grabbed Bowers in the third round, we had identified a couple guys in terms of late round tight end shots. Kyle Pitts, Dalton Kincaid, Jake Ferguson would have been our vets that we would have gone after. If not, we would have happily gotten Taylor as the starting tight end. Again, we've had a whole episode where we've discussed the value of waiting on onesie positions, why you do it. how there's value there and that they could be comparable to even the best guys depending on how you do your weeks. But Brock Bowers fell to us in the middle of the third, so it's not like we were going to pass that up. I had no issue
Yeah,
with that. So yeah, and now Legette's off the board. So we'll see if
yeah.
they we'll see. Chase McLaughlin is now off. So, in terms of these late round shots, at this point in an 18-round draft, who knows if some of these guys are going to remain on our team or their teams? People are just taking their best shots of what they think is available. Amazingly,
I think this last pick that just came off the board at 16-12, Okonkwo.
Jake Okonkwo, great
Yeah,
tight end upside. Yeah, he was one of our kind of sleeper late round shots. Roman
yeah.
Wilson off the board.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I'll say if you're looking for a super late round guy, Samaje Perine is backing
right.
Chase Brown this year. He's back on Cincinnati after playing the field a little bit.
But
Um,
if Chase Brown goes down, it's going to be an RBBC though.
yeah, but you know what? But again, Samaje Perine is passing.
Cardinals off.
Oh boy! All right, well that was our defense right there. It's franchise
The
four.
other one the one we've identified is Washington
Yeah, I don't know
because
if
they're playing the Giants.
I don't know about that one, bub. What's our week one looking like?
All right, so now's a good time to discuss this. So let me move this. So
Who
I've
does
got the week
Detroit play?
I've got the week one matchups. I got the week one matchups and the over unders right here because this is how we would discuss this during the season. Detroit is in a huge over under. They're away at Green Bay. It's not a good matchup.
Yeah,
San Francisco could be an option. They are at Seattle, and I don't believe in Seattle. The over under is not crazy.
I like that one.
The
Okay, I'll add
lowest
that to our list.
Washington's an option because they're home against the Giants. The Giants have the lowest implied points total of the teams remaining. So,
Okay,
um,
49ers
um,
just went. All
okay.
right,
So
next
so
Tampa
next
Bay.
one,
Who's Tampa Bay playing?
Tampa Bay is away at they are at Atlanta, and it's a high over under. They're going to score points there. Sa-
Jets.
The,
Jets
J- the
are
Jets are
playing.
home against Pittsburgh. It's a tiny over under. The Jets to me are the next best pick.
All right, so we'll add the Jets there. Colts are playing
That's an
Houston.
option. That's an option too. So the
Colts are playing Houston, right?
yeah, but where's the Colts? Indian? No. Sorry, the Colts are home against Miami. So I don't know. I don't know if I would go that route. The Rams are home against Houston.
Okay.
By far the lowest over under by far of the whole week is Pittsburgh versus New York. Um,
Okay. We need to make a decision here. We are on the clock. We have a minute left.
if it's me, I'm holding my nose and taking the Jets defense here. But again, like if you want other options, like
You know, I may compromise on the Commanders defense because they'll have what's the Commanders
they're
lineup looking for the next couple weeks?
they don't have good matchups the next couple weeks. That they have a good one week one home against the Giants.
I feel like that's going to backfire. What do you feel about the Rams? Who they playing?
Rams are home against Houston.
All right, let's
I would
take the.
I would go Washington. If you don't like Washington, go the Jets.
You don't like Rams?
No, not as much as those. But again, I'm it's you know, I think Washington's the pick.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We got another question. Do you think the Giants defense is a good defense to stream? In the right matchups,
Yeah, in
um,
the right matchups, I believe. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so and I'm not going to try like to be a homer here. The Jets have a great defense as well, but I personally believe that the Giants, on paper, have the best front in the league, the best run stop, best pass rush in the league. They put together a tremendous linebacking crew, outside linebackers, front four, well, technically front three because they run a 3-4 now, which is weird still. But Yeah, I think the Giants defense, it depends on situation. And again, the Giants have the hardest schedule, um, on paper this year out of all 32 teams. So it could be a rough year, but I think if the Giants are going to keep them in games, they could be a good streamer defense.
Yep. No, I agree. And by the way,
Like honestly, I might have said, hey, let's take the Giants and start them against Washington week 1 because there might be a slow start for Washington.
I don't think so.
They're
But
not putting up 84 points.
we should point out how we make a lot of these determinations. Defense is probably the best um, thing that you can glean from the Vegas lines. So what we do every single week is obviously we do a fantasy forecast on Wednesdays where we preview the entire slate of games. And one of the things we do is we look at the lines, we look at the spreads, and you can glean an implied point spread, and you could basically get an implied points total for each team. So, for example, the New York Jets are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Jets, the over under there is 37 and a half points. And the spread is the Steelers +3. First of all, that doesn't give a lot of points to either team, but it just, but like if the Steelers defense, therefore, we're assuming is going to be great because the Jets implied points total is like 17 points. You can do that same exercise for every single game throughout the season and basically just stream the entire season and determine, hey, this is you don't ever have to invest in a defense. Sometimes it's nice to keep a defense for a few weeks, but it's the best way to stream defenses. We can identify, and there's so many defenses throughout the year that end up becoming great starts because somebody's got to play the Saints, somebody's got to play, the Titans, somebody's got to play the Giants or something. So, that's the way to do it. And to answer your question about the Giants defense is a great defense to stream when they're playing bottom 10 offense. Basically the same that you could say about any good defense.
I think things are going to change this year for the Giants, though.
I know, and you're wrong.
It's fine.
You're wrong.
It's
We're gonna be
fine.
able to get. We're gonna be able to get
Just
the
like
kick.
just like you're going to be wrong about Joe Mixon, you'll be wrong about the Giants too.
We'll see. We're gonna be able to get the kicker we want.
Let me ask you this: what's the over under in wins for the Giants this year? Is it 4.5 still?
I think it's 5.5.
I think they can win 6 games.
Okay.
Um,
You think we're gonna be able to get our kicker that we like?
yeah, I mean it would
Not that
make
it
sense. I
matters.
mean he's not really the spotlight kicker like Cam Little who just kicked the 70-yard field goal.
They're gonna give him one shot at like a 68 yarder or something. In
Yeah, but
in
you know
the
what? The funny thing about that is you don't get more points for that. You only get 5 points, right? Well, what is
if
the
it's.
point system for this one? Because I didn't really do a kicker point system thorough breakdown.
I think it's that way. I think it's that way. There
Three, four,
goes.
five.
Yeah, there goes Theo. We haven't actually been calling out a lot of these last couple of picks. A lot of them are defenses and stuff.
Yeah, Theo Johnson, I think, is a great,
But there
great
goes.
opportunity pick.
Yes, because Dolchich just got cut, right? So
He's gone.
right.
And
So
Theo Johnson got hurt last year. He's very athletic. He's a really athletic tight end. I
we're
think that's a
coming.
really solid pick right there at 18-4.
Michael
Michael
Wilson.
Wilson
I,
from the Cardinals.
I'm done with
Uh,
Michael Wilson. I've tried it for a few years. It's done.
he's going to
Uh,
score anywhere from 6 to 7 touchdowns this year, probably
Young
by default.
Hui Koo, Atlanta place kicker. It's 1805. We got one pick in front of us, and then we got our pick.
Yeah.
We'll,
So
we'll we'll hold off on mentioning our kicker lest we be sniped by somebody, which we won't
I
be.
don't think America's team is going to take our guy. We just I mean with there you go, Isaac Tesla. I think that's a
Nice.
great pick for him right
And
there.
we'll grab our kicker here, and we're going to take the kicker of the team that is going to have to do the most on offense this year. Cincinnati Bengals. We're taking Evan McPherson.
Yeah,
So
Evan McPherson. That in order for the Bengals, I mean, they're obviously going to have to score touchdowns, but um, they're going to have to score points in general because their defense is just going to be putrid. It's gonna be horrible. Um, so even with the signing of Hendrickson, I just think that it's gonna be hard for them to overcome problems. but they're gonna have to score points. So that being said, I think McPherson is a great pick for us.
That's right. So we're basically coming to the end here. So we're kind of winding it down, and we appreciate everybody who hung around with us for this lovely long stream, and everybody who kind of was in and out. We appreciate them too. We got a big season. We had a lot of awesome stuff planned for everybody, and we we can't thank you guys enough. So thank
Yeah,
you guys for
again,
being here.
thanks everybody who tuned in. As Billy said, again, we appreciate everybody that dropped those comments, everybody that asked questions and interjected into our conversation. If you guys can share with your friends group, don't hesitate to utilize your content that's helping you make decisions. Help other people, because honestly, if you're going to help other people get better at fantasy football, it's only going to make you better as a fantasy football player and make decisions better as well too. So we'll help you and guide you through the season, but in all reality, it's you're the one that makes the optimal decision on what to do. So if you can please share, subscribe, click that bell. We truly appreciate it, and our draft has just concluded. Again, we appreciate everybody that has joined in. Billy is still upset about Joe Mixon. It's fine. It's gonna work out. That is the highlight of the draft. Maybe we'll hashtag Joe Mixon ninth round as the pick.
It's like
So
we're dunking on ourselves. So
it's great. It's a great pick at 9.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
See you.